And we are live. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. We're coming in on the monthly candle close. Come on in. Thank you for coming on in. A lot of the world is asleep, but that does not stop us for the monthly candle close. So we will continue to do our thing every single day here on the live stream. This is just started, baby. Let's pop out the chat. Sleep is for the weak. I admit that. Let's see what's going on with the feed here. Okay, my feed window isn't working, but the feed looks like it's working fine. So I'm gonna disregard that. See, this says connect to go live, but we're already live clearly. Okay. My feed window isn't working, but the feed looks like it's working fine. Sounds great. Audio sounds good. We look good. We sound good. We're ready to rock. Okay, guys. Instantly clicked on the video when I got the notification. Shout out to everyone here. All right, guys. We're ready to rock. This will be more intimate, less people, but let's get those likes up. Let's see how we can rock it out. Let's see if we can get to 50 quick people. 50 quick people on a quiet little tip. All right. No worries. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. Shout out to all the love, man. Great big day, amazing day. A lot of new subscribers, a lot of people coming on in. Really appreciate that. What an amazing time. So, bam, let's move forward with it. I was looking at a bunch of charts, playing around, and I was like, you know what? This is what I do for a living anyway. Might as well share it with my guys. Take a look at the monthly candle close and see what's going down. So, stay with me, bear with me as we get in to Bitcoin and the monthly candle close. Realize I really could be anywhere I'd like to be. This is kind of my nice little spot to be in. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. And also I got this cool new thing where I can hit fiat leak and see it. And then this will take me to my charts. And I put this all quick. So let's get it going. Let's get it going.
Now that's a lot of damage.
Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can find it. Alert on TRB. So we got an alert on TRB. So I'm going to take a look at TRB because I got an alert. I don't want to share my alerts with you guys to let you see what's going down. So let's see what's going down with TRB. Okay. Now, TRB in a beautiful cup and handle, starting to break on out. You can see that, making another rounded bottom here. So it's starting to make its move. TRB looking really, really nice. Okay. Have a call on it already. We've been in it since it began to break out. Okay. Now, what I liked is it came back down and tested this line, right? And that was my idea for previous support. If it could hold this previous support and bounce up, that would be a nice positional strength to get into the trade. So that's just something I'm looking at for TRB. Now, one thing I want to caution everybody, everyone's all happy. We seem to be bullish. I put a trade out for Bitcoin. Let's see how it did. I put up a trade out for Bitcoin on the 15-minute. Let's see where we're at here. What's good, Lever? Yo, Sam, XPRT was weathered the dip well. One of my recent buys that didn't dip below the buy price. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Thank you, Light in the Dark. I appreciate you saying that because persistence, right? That's what it is. That was up in the zone. So here's a trade I had out for Bitcoin just recently in the last like few hours. Very small. Oh, wow. And they dumped it. See that? Look at that. Wow. So Bitcoin did a nice move up to 37.7. Had everyone thinking it was nice and peachy. And look, I told you to get in here and get out at 36. Yo, wow, my trade was perfect. See? I told you guys to be easy. I said entry here, stop loss there. And look, you still wouldn't have been hit by the stop loss. But anyway, entry here. And I said I would get out here and only get about 6% at about 37.8. Crazy, man. I gave you guys this trade today on the live. We went over it. So you can see another trade given you that actually occurred and went out perfectly. Doing its thing. So bam, bam. And now we're extremely oversold in the 1 hour. It was going to be a matter of time. We finally got there. So double bottom hangout, another action till we have to move back up at the 4 hour, right? Look at that. That's got to come on down. So for that to come down, probably test this yet again, and then we'll see where we're at. And unable to make a higher. We made one higher low from the local low here. From the local high. We made one higher high. So a higher high right there, suggesting that as long as we can hold, you got to just suggest this idea. We got to hold or come back above 36,700, really. And we're going to stay below that. We're going to range back to the previous support at 36.3. That's a little higher, actually. Let's see. That's right there on these candles closing, yeah. I'm going to give it about 36, yeah, 36.3. That's what I feel comfortable saying. Now we break 36.3, the strongest, we have some chop, but then we see like kind of a level of support right here. Back at 35, and then it's the bottom trend line yet again that we'd be fighting with here in this range bound, no matter how close we got to it. Okay. So, and then it's the moving averages. Can we get that movement? Can we get this 21 to cross? We need small moving average to begin to cross. We need something to happen there. We need a catalyst. We want to see just a nice cross right there. Right there, we're getting it. Like, see how the 50s cross and see how the 21? We want to see more of this. More of this. 1 hour is good. Can we get a golden cross in the 1 hour? I'll be happy. 30 minute. Look, we just got the golden cross on the 30 minute. Now, that's, I'll take that as a pretty good sign. Now, also, if we go to the 30 minute and we shrink this in, we say, okay, they faked us out. They faked us up. They faked us back into the pattern. That's okay. Right now, we're still holding bottom trend line on the 30 minute. So we're actually bullish on the 30 minute until we leave this pattern. Okay. Let me open this up. Let me probably double click on this and really take a look at it. So you see, this is a clear bull pennant, and this is Bitcoin right now. So, just being really, just going by the book here. This should have broken to the upside. It did. We had this beautiful pennant here. We broke out. We came back down. So I guess you could say, okay, fine, we broke back and we're breaking down below the pennant now. We're breaking out. Or you could suggest we have a bigger target. So two ideas. You never know the pattern until the pattern's over. All you can do is use them to your advantage. But you know where the pattern divergence occurs. And so now we're going to look at for some divergence. And really not a lot there. I mean, we'd have to go to a really small time frame to see it. But we are oversold. Okay. Again, the golden cross occurring on the 30 minute. Not a big deal. I don't want you guys to hang out on the 30 minute. I'm just trying to look for any ideas of bullishness here so far. I mean, we did get wicked off of support at 36.4 and back up to 36.66. And now you could say we're holding this bottom trend line if this were to be a bottom trend line. Just possibly viable. Okay. So we'll see. Now here's the idea. This is the type of stuff I do, guys. So now here's the next trade. And stay with me. Is we would enter here and just try to ride it to the top of the pattern, and we'd be quicker. We'd get out before everybody else. Right here. Right? That's just a 1% gain. It's a very tiny move for Bitcoin. But that's it. That's the trade. If you want to make a trade, it's to enter here. Bam. Stop loss like maybe below the wick if you want with the 50-day. But to me, I just even put it like right around here. So if the trend continues, we just get knocked out. And if it doesn't, we get up a little bit. Very tiny trade. 0.25% stop loss to try to gain 1%. I have to use $100 with leverage, and I don't even like using a lot of leverage, and I don't suggest it either. So, but that's the only trade I see viable at the moment, because I can only control a small amount of time. Everything else to me is just too iffy. Dudes, don't forget to like. Shout out to everyone here. Yeah, thank you. 66 people. Can we just get the likes to match the viewers? That's all. Can you take a look at Panther Swap on either KuCoin or Dex Guru? Yeah, we'll take a look at Panther for you. Frank getting hammered. Put $500. That did turn into 225, but I'm going to continue to mine it. And you can follow my Frank story, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens to the end. Bruins losing a heartbreaker, man, in overtime. If they won, they would have kept 2 games up. But, you know, it's all good. It's all good, man. But it was tough. It was a tough loss. It was a crazy game, though. It's all you can ask for. Overtime, though, in hockey, it's all you can ask for. What up, Lifer? I downloaded Fantom Wallet, and there's a bunch of synthetic assets available, including silver. Pretty cool. I like what you just said. That's interesting. I think I want to take a deeper dive into what you just said, because that's really interesting. Let's take a look at Panther Swap. It was like $4 when I remember it now. What is it now? 32 cents, really? Wow. Wow. That's why you get in and you get out. I remember a guy told me to get in at 49. Later on that day, it was like $4.90, and that was the play. You get in the day these come out, and you sell them the day they come out, and you never touch them again. And I learned my lesson, guys. You can get into MATIC from BSC with a coin called Waypoint. Waypoint is a bridge. I think it's going to be big. It's not really heard of yet. You can, huh? You can get into MATIC from BSC with a coin called Cali Waypoint. WPNT. It's a bridge, and I think it's going to be big. It's not really heard of yet. And are you kidding me? Hold on one second. Because I've been searching this my whole... Are you kidding me? I can't find any info on it right now at the moment. Let's see. I learned my lesson now too. Yep. I never got into Panther, and I told people to stay away from it, and people were all about it. I don't know why. I said stay away from it, man. Guys were loving it. I had nothing to do with it. I'm looking at this HODL coin, honestly. It keeps coming to me. Keep looking at it. Look, it's looking very bullish on the chart. So far. It's in that bit of a falling wedge there, right? Comes back down one more time. That's your buy zone. I mean, I could see this thing breaking up 140%. So HODL is one BSC token, pancake swap token, that I am looking at. And, you know, it's the only one I'm looking at. It has big volume, good buys coming in. And I could see it coming down to this bottom trend line here, to my buy zone. So I wait for it to come in to where I like it. Right? Buy zone near the bottom of the trend line if possible. That's what you got to hit right there, right? Just the zone. Could go a little higher or lower, we're not sure. So it's the zone. And you could ladder in your buys too. Don't buy all at once. And this could be it right here. I like this coin, you know? And, you know, it is just a tiny BSC crap coin. It is, I'm being honest with you. Put very little bit, but I'm not. But it's every once in a while I get an instinct about a certain play. And I gotta be honest with you. And so there's something I see about this one that is viable. So HODL coin, you know, it's got that name. People, I feel like, can flock to it, but be very careful. And once it pumps, get out immediately. Do not hold this thing. Get in for a pump and get out. That's it. Okay. So HODL, we're going to go for, it's on Pancake Swap, right? Okay, so this is something I'm looking at, all right? And it's been on my radar, and I've been tracking it TA-wise. And the TA looks viable so far. I mean, it's in a downtrend. It could continue into a downtrend. So that's all I'm saying. So very aggressive buy here, bottom of the trend line. But that's the only time I buy is the aggressive buy. So, you know. Are there really two streams out there right now? Is that what's going on right now? I see this one's spinning. Oh, you know what I just learned? I did realize that. You know what? I got the stream deck, and you press the stream button. Interesting. Let me go delete the other stream. Sorry about that, guys. You guys just made me realize something going on there. Right? So silly. We're going to keep moving, though. We're going to look at the monthly candle. We have a lot to do tonight, so I know we're just, you know, it's late at night, right? I'm obviously not on motor mode, but it's late at night. We're going to get through this. We're going to do our thing. So this one we already did. Yeah, and this one, okay, this one's going right now. Okay, cool. All right. All right, so there is one stream. I don't know. It looked like people didn't have it. Interesting. Okay, anyway. Moving forward. Okay, so now Bitcoin has to hold this line. Extremely important, you know, and 30-minute candle is not looking too bullish. And a bit of a bearish engulfing candle is you can put that green candle into this candle from the closing. And so that's also a bearish engulfing candle. And by golly gee oh my, now, I mean, it's not perfected yet, but a bit of a shoulder here, a head here, and are we just going to make a head and shoulder pattern and then dump back down to about 35K? I still suggested, even when we look at the bigger pattern at play, and even if we're still bullish and we made it all the way to the top here, we'd still have to come back down and test 35,900. And so if we have to test 35.9, then to me, it is what it is. So we're going to range bound no matter how we range bound. Exactly. So that's the idea. Now this could be the next idea. So I'm just looking a new trend line here forming. And we're going to have to break this trend line. We're just trying to form patterns here on the 30-minute. Now, the more vertical it gets, like, you know, there's a chance this could start looking more like a falling wedge, in my opinion. In my humblest of opinions. And we could just, this is like a nasty dip out. You know, but I am trying to be super, super bullish there. I'm bending the rules a little too much. Right? Because then we still have this bull pennant here. This bear pennant almost, you know. Symmetrical triangle that we have to deal with. It looks like it's going to come back down to the bottom of the pattern now, and that coincides exactly with the 4-hour. So there's your trade for Bitcoin. So small time frame, I give you a tiny trade, but now a bigger time frame trade is a short, to short Bitcoin from here to the bottom of the pattern, at least, just to like right there. Stop loss above that wick. And, you know, but again, it's extremely volatile and use very small amounts of money and very low leverage, you know. And I know I just get a long and a short in the same period, but it's true. This is the longer time. This is the bigger time frame. Honestly, it makes more sense with the 4-hour, but you never know. Bitcoin is shifty, you know, a lot of mixed signals going on for Bitcoin. So that's why I want to look at the monthly candle close. Okay, so we're going to look at where this monthly candle closed, and we're going to look at this disgusting monthly candle. Amazing, right? Look at it. Wow, the biggest red candle Bitcoin's ever had maybe not. Maybe I had one somewhere down in the beginnings. But it's to me, you know, in the last 4 years, it's the nastiest red candle we've ever seen. I mean, you can clearly see monthly support is right there at 32K. Some can even call it 33,000 on the dot, right? And then there's another one here, a little stronger, because we wicked to it, and we also had these two candle closes at 28K. So, you know, very, you know, and we could have bought them. A lot of people realize we did hit 28K. I feel like we capitulate from here, round out, and just move on out. You know, another thing. Just want to see the monthly here, RSI. I mean, there's a bit. I mean, I'm being honest, dead honest. If we swing low to swing low here, which actually is the swing low right there. Okay, bam. And we do the same, you know, slight uptrend, but nowhere near like that. That's hidden bullish divergence. It tells you that the trend will continue to the upside, and the monthly just has to kind of reset itself. And, you know, we could capitulate while the monthly sale resets. Let's take a look at the numbers on the monthly. And remember, and now we're sitting and holding this support area here, and then the monthly's in this range. 57 all the way to, you know, all the way back down to 36,000. So let's look at the monthly candle. Opened at 57,697. The high for this candle was 59,500. The low was 30,000 exactly. That's what it says here, but the wick obviously says it went lower. But and the candle closed at 37,253. So we got a monthly candle close at 37,000, which is pretty crazy. Only to kind of start to go down exactly, you know, as the month ends. So shout out, it's June 1st. Shout out to everyone here. Congratulations. We made it through May, man. The May Massacre. We're going to call it the May Massacre forever. It'll be known as the May Massacre in cryptocurrency. The two or three, basically 2 weekend periods where people lost it all. And so, yeah, it was pretty crazy. So sorry, I don't know what's going on, why the video wasn't doing its thing here. Which is weird, because you can see I have the right thumbnail, but then when I post it, no thumbnail, I don't know what's going on. You tell me, guys. You tell me, YouTube, huh? Always up to something. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in and being a part of the live. We just kind of look at the monthly candle close and break down Bitcoin, see what's going on. I got some other ideas from other coins, and I just want to see how the whole market is adjusting to, you know, Asia waking up at 8 p.m. So they're kind of going through their trading day, lunchtime for them, see how their market's doing. I wanted to check out the dollar index again for you guys too, and I wanted to look at just the whole cryptocurrency index as a whole, see if there's anything pumping, see what was going down. We're going to take a look at coin market cap in a second too, just the overall feel of the market, the sentiment. So right now, I just think, you know what? Hold, baby, hold. Does it have to come and touch the 21-day moving average? I don't think so. You know, honestly, I don't believe so. You know, if it does, I mean, that's gonna mean like a 20, 30K Bitcoin again, even after a long capitulation, which would be better than nothing, honestly. So, okay, guys, 4 scenarios, like 4 big scenarios. Number 1, cryptocurrency dies. No one talks about it again. All our wallets turn to zero, and we become slaves of the banking system, and they defeat us to zero. Okay? Sad. Is that a possibility? I don't think so, man. Not in my reality, not in my world. I don't see it, and I won't have it. And so I don't think it will be. It would happen. I would form my own form of programmers, and we would battle to the end, making it as best as we could. Fixed, all good. Thank you very much, man. I killed the other stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. They plan on expanding the service. Keep an eye on it if it arrives in the U.S. Peace and good luck for the future, bro. Thank you very much. Hey, bud, from the UK, watching you from Vietnam. I can use the same features, gold, BTC, silver, and fiat in a limited way from now from my Revolut bank account. Okay, no doubt. Hey, CryptoLifer, thanks for your consistent, valuable content. What are your thoughts on Unimex, leverage trading, DeFi, ETH, BTC, and soon Polygon? CryptoJane Consulting. Shout out to CryptoJane. I want to sit down with you and do some consulting. Seriously, I looked you up and I was like, maybe you could like help me clear my chakras. Yo, Sam, XRPT weathered the dip. Okay, let's take a look at that too in a second. So I just want to get through this Bitcoin weekly candle close, and I'm gonna get into these super chats, and I cannot wait. So thank you for the super chats. Japanese yen versus the USD is a safe haven like gold when things go bad. Oh, you go into JPN? I'll take a look. Paint. I'm up 200%. Watching from Africa. Shout out to my African peoples. Phil D. Brother, what are the other three? You look super ripped. TikTok, funny cups. No, I'm just been tired, man. Been staring at computer screens all day long, right? But you know what? I got some awesome news. Can stream in different cool ways. So yeah, that's interesting. Like we could set up a different view right now. It's kind of cool. Well, hold on. Give me 2 seconds to engineer something pretty interesting for you guys. Some exclusive content for whoever's out right now, and then we're gonna get into it. Don't go anywhere, please. Don't go anywhere. I'm giving you some exclusive content right now. Just give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Gonna share with you guys some exclusive content. Just bear with the maniac they call the CryptoLifer. Always doing something insane, innovative, and just completely nuts, right? But we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it live because I love you guys, and I think it's awesome. And you know what? It's time. Like the video. Yo, please like the video. I appreciate it. Technical Abdullah. I like that name, man. Shout out to you, man. Salam alaikum, my friend. Salam alaikum. Hope you're doing well out there. Hope you're having a blast. This crazy, crazy place called life. So today we're going to go into HNT. We're going to talk about the HNT chart because I'm really stuck on it. I like to show you guys things, and I like to keep reiterating them because the world has a way of getting in our minds and making us forget about a lot of stuff. And so what we want to do is we want to stay on point. We want to stay focused. We want to keep maintaining our focus. That was Hathor and Don, your rapper radar, sir. 2000 Max Kaiser predicted that by the end of 2020, Bitcoin would be worth 28K. And then Bitcoin would be around 220 by the end of 2021. What do you think about his prediction and him? I love that guy. I think he's awesome. Shout out to him. He's on point, right? So, I don't know. I got nothing bad to say. I think he's awesome. I think he's on point. And he's an interesting dude. So, yeah. Shout out to Max Kaiser, honestly. Very cool, interesting individual. To say the least. To say the least. So, yeah. Yeah, I think he's a cool dude. So, yeah, I wanted to see if we can implement another shot into the live stream. You know what I'm saying? Something a little different than we normally do. Which I think is going to be possible, actually, in a second here. I think I just figured it out. Pretty insanity. And then there we go. And I believe we should be ready to go. Yeah, we are. So, yeah, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Okay. Okie dokie. Stay with me, bear with me. 135 people watching on the live. We're crack-a-lacking right now. All right. And I'm playing the games with the camera. But I wanted to show you guys a different angle. We're gonna give you guys a secondary angle for the live. So we're gonna make the live just more interesting to watch, right? And this is an exclusive thing that we haven't done ever here on the live. So I thought you guys would be the first people to ever see this as the channel begins to grow. You're like, you know, I was the first person there when he did that first thing, and now he does that all the time. But like, I was there the day he did that for the first time, you know. And you know what? We'll go from there. I think it's always interesting to see something different. You didn't ask me what to buy, not financial advice. I can't wait for you to come and be the key grip at all times, right? You know, key grip. We need the key grip. Where's the grip? Where's the key grip? You think it would just go? Come on, come on. No. I don't grip, bro. Yes, you do. You do now. You will grip, and you will grip right now. It's the last thing you do in your life, boy. Right? All right, so anyway, just giving you guys a little bit of like cool back angle. You know, no one gets to see this stuff. This is exclusive, and we're gonna keep the show rolling on. But yeah, so thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for coming on into the live stream and rocking out with me. I appreciate that. For the monthly candle close for Bitcoin, as we get it moving and we get it moving and we get it grooving. I'm in the mood tonight to have a wonderful time. So if you're in the mood to have a wonderful time, wherever you are in the world, yo, just rolled in, about to pass out though. Shout out to Kevin Tam up in the live, man. Tamaram. What happened to all that Mooncoin people? You're all supposed to stay in the game and learn. LOL. Hello everyone. Multicam baby. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. Rocking out live. Ooh, what happened? We lost control. Does it really turn off automatically? I'm gonna have to change that setting then. I lost it, man. I lost the control, man. Yeah, because I have it plugged into the ground, but I'm gonna have to change some settings that the camera thinks it needs to. Or maybe you just need to hit record and like make it do dummy record. Maybe that's good enough. I think that's cool. I think that's gonna trip it. All right, back in action, baby. Okay, so there's our monthly candle close. I thought we did a good job together hanging out for the monthly candle close. I thought we established some hidden bullish divergence on the monthly, you know, which actually would be true even if we went, depending on how low we would go. But it could tend to be true regardless. So, yeah. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. Jay Rios, Puffin, AJA, haha, roll up. Shout out to everyone here on the live. What are you doing?
Good night.
Wow, that's very nice. Have a great night. Oh, man. I love you. That was my wonderful wife. I was a gaffer. They worked together night and day. You will become my key grip. And that will be the last I've ever had this conversation. I'm listening and taking care of my grandmother. She's really in bad shape. Please. I'm so sorry, Robert Cox, man. Moment of silence for Robert Cox and a prayer. And if she does go, may she go blessed. May she go safe. You only notice her because the other cam. I know, right? You guys saw her, though, right? You guys saw her. Kind of like a horror movie jump scare. Straight up. What do you guys think of the other camera? I think the other camera's pretty sick. I think it's got people loving it, right? So, moving on forward. Let's get into some fun stuff, man. So there's Bitcoin in a nutshell, right? Doesn't look great. The 4 hour says we're gonna dump. So where does it say we're gonna go? Well, we went over this 100 times already earlier, but inside this mini little world we zoomed on in, we got to the nitty gritty and we found out that it looked like we were doing this, forming this top trend line. If you stay in the charts long enough, you'll find what you need. You know, it's like anything in life. What are you looking for? You'll find it if you keep looking for it, right? And that's our idea. So Bitcoin probably wants to come back to the bottom of the pattern. Pretty simple. And the 4 hours oversold. So hey, what do you know? I double click it though, and no, it's coming down. I mean, so far no good. That was yo, come on, man. You didn't see it. Damn, man. Smooth beats on the stream, brother. Shout out to everyone out. Lifer. Nah, man. No, that wasn't that. That wasn't that. She was passing me this. I eat like an herbal supplement every night before I go to bed to help my stomach. It's a seaweed. It's a type of seaweed. Blackberry cookie. Are you looking forward to Sunday swap on ADA once it will be live? I am a little bit, but not so much because I didn't get in because you had to stake your ADA and lose it, like 100% fees for the ADA just to stake the swap. But you know, I don't know. It is what it is. But you know, I don't know. I wasn't into it. Like I wish I was into it. Actually, is what I mean. But I didn't get into it. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for jumping on in. This is the monthly candle close for Bitcoin as we went through what we saw. And right now, I'm telling you, Bitcoin does not look good. Right now, you know, which isn't horrible. You could short it right down to the bottom of the pattern here. That would be the idea. And I gave the trade earlier. If you want to take a look at the trade, you can run back into the stream. I see. Yo, hilarious. We need a sober producer in the house first. Yo, come on, man. Don't. Yo, man. jASole, man. You're coming on the live right now. That's it. I'm putting you on the spot. I want you on the live, man. I want you on the live stream right now. Can I send you a Zoom link and put you on the live stream right now, later on? And you can talk about HNT and AGI. Let me know if you want to come on, but I think you should come on because you're the man, dude. People need to know who you are. And you got a great presence. And you have a strong radio voice. It will be like radio voice against radio voice. Like, it would be a battle of the voices. You could see whose voice sounds better. jASole. So yeah, if you guys want to see who jASole is, now you gotta wait. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. It doesn't come easy. It doesn't come easy. Okay, so moving on forward and jumping on in. All right, so that's that. Let's look at the more obscure trades, which is ETH BTC. We want to see if we can gain some BTC at this moment. When Bitcoin's hurt and going sideways, we want to take advantage. And right now, ETH BTC looks like it's about to break to the upside. So I have a trade on it right now to enter into ETH BTC at about 0.717. Stop loss here below the trend line, okay, at about 6.067. Okay, nothing crazy. Don't risk a lot to try to gain a lot. Like 5% risk for 26% gain. And that's the idea here if we can make it to the upside. So this is the goal. Again, 4 hour though is a little high. So we need either a double top right there or just some consolidated move to the sideways action. But right now we can see the same type of thing here and maybe even come back to the bottom of the pattern. You see that? But we did form an inverted head and shoulders. I would like to see if it could break to the upside, but right now oscillators are not 100% in our favor, right? Buy zone would just be anywhere in the end of this pennant if it did decide to come on down for an accumulative zone, okay? But that's ETH BTC, okay? ETH BTC, man, all right? Is this thing on? Are these things synced? Okay. Moving forward with the show. Take it away, Tony. And I got a switchboard now. I can switch any camera on and off at any time from my Stream Deck Pro. My little Stream Deck Pro. That was supposed to set the camera off. So that should take the camera away whenever I want. Thank you, Lifer. Mix for the good vibes. Prayer, you guys. I appreciate you guys. Good day, mate. Gray, mate. Crypto love and your interview was what? But yo, jASole, man, get your mic ready right now. None of that mic nonsense. Get that mic ready, right? I want to see that mic working nice. All right. Shout out to Raul in Australia. MATIC to the moon. Thank you, Lifer and Mix for the good vibes, prayers, and I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Robert Cox, man. We got you, bro. We've got you from day one. Let's take a look at MATIC. As I put a call out for MATIC, I'm not going to say I'm that smart. I mean, who didn't put a call out for MATIC? But, you know, you don't want to miss MATIC. And you know what I did is I took this. This is what I did the other day. I was playing with MATIC. And so, look, I went here, and I took this fractal right from here. You can see this is this right here. I just, you know what? I'll do it in live. I'll do it live. People love the fractal work that I do. It's pretty interesting. It'll blow your mind. So take a look. This one's not as alluring. A lot of the other ones have more of a story to tell, but they're interesting nonetheless. Okay, so you can see clearly here, right? And look, these candles sandwich. We have a rip down, a sideways run. These candles sandwich. We have a rip down and a sideways run. And it seems to me like it's just, you know, doing the same thing over and over again. Oh, you got to calm it down. It gets, the fractals like to get wonky. That one was getting a little crazy. All right, so like that, and like you can see, I don't know why this fractal is so fragile. But you can see clearly that the fractal is very similar. See it? Very similar, especially if we go to the 1 hour and kind of take a look at them together. I mean, they match almost identically. You see that? So, you know, it suggests is what? Do we come and break to the upside? Is it following the same patterns? You know, a pattern in a pattern, a play in a side of play, double dual action. What I do see is a low with a higher low, right? And now all we had to do is break this higher high, and we are rock stars right now. So let's take a look at MATIC. It's in a bit of a bull pennant, sharing slight ascending triangle feelings, but not perfectly, but a bit of an ascending triangle with a flatter top and a more of a uptrend there. What else do we see that I talk about all the time before things break to the upside? And this is why I use 5 moving averages. And this is why I like to teach the same things over and over again, but we go back to the past to teach us about the future. The presents are in the presence, or in the past of the presents. I was trying to be slick, but it didn't. I was trying to be funny and awkward. I think it kind of worked. I don't know, though. You tell me. So right here, all right, there's this area right here, okay? That's what I'm looking at. And see how tight these moving averages get. I always stress this. I like to look at the same pattern on the 4 hour, and I'd like to see at least something moving through and a cross. I want to see 21 crossing the 50. I want to see something smaller crossing a bigger time frame, a bigger one. But you know, that 1 hour is good enough for me if things are very, very bullish. Can you look at Pancake Swap, please? Yeah, for sure, definitely. Anytime. That fractal vibing. RC, take it slow and honor it. Nice, bro. You can set up scenes on OBS and trigger them with Stream Deck. That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing. Like I can just hit we can go back to the, you know, intermission, and then I can trigger back to the thing and just bam. I even have little sayings now, and I can say funny stuff, and you know. Oh yeah, well screw you guys, I'm going home. Yeah, pretty funny. Anyway, like this feed, guys. Shout out to Mike Kersey Tunks, man. Thank you for coming on into the live stream. Much respect to you, man. Much respect to you. Shout out to everyone here. Bitcoin, Ethereum, live market analysis in the end of June prediction. So we're going to get into what I think is happening at the end of June. But right now, I just want to also pump you guys with, I also like to help you guys make money. That's my main goal here, is to, when you waste time with me, when you spend your time, your precious time. And I always say, guys, if you're new to the live stream, the number one saying here is thank you for spending your most precious asset with me. And that is your time. I really appreciate your time more than the likes, more than the super chats. Your time is the most precious thing you have. And when you spend your time with me, you raise up my viewership, you get us moving. And I really, really appreciate it. It's unbelievable. So thank you so much for your time, guys. You guys rock out. You guys make me super happy to be alive. You make me super happy to be here. It's a dream in the making every single time I go live. So I'm feeling the passion. I'm feeling the energy. And I feel so blessed. And the gratitude is so real. And so thank you so much. Enough about me. Enough about the nonsense. I know. I'm so, it's all about the family. But I love you guys. And I appreciate every moment I have with you guys. And I really, really want you guys to understand that. And it means the world to me. So anyway, enough about Nancy. Let's see what's going on. We're getting coiled up here in the moving averages. That's always a movement for me to get into a trade. That's when things are about to start to rip. And where do I see this going? $4.48 for MATIC. I see a feeling that MATIC don't K. MATIC don't K. MATIC don't know. MATIC don't know. MATIC is not in the pattern everything else is in. MATIC is not hanging outside waiting to see if it can break on out. MATIC had its previous pump, took a nice little dump. People said, no, we want to get back in. MATIC has kind of spoken for itself, okay? And so MATIC looking pretty nice right now. You know, also very close to the trend line, so you do not have to risk a lot. Okay, if you were to enter the trade right now, this is an idea. I mean, these are trades that I actually really like to position myself in, because they're the trades that I can take the most advantage of the market from. So that's why a trade like this is something that I really go after, especially in a market like this, position of strength. And someone say, oh yeah, it's the obvious trade, MATIC's the biggest thing pumping. But you know what? Then don't fight the feeling. You know, don't make it harder than it has to be, right? So right here, 15% stop loss, you know, bam, right there, okay? And let's see, bam, that's pretty on point right there from MATIC, okay, at 189, all right? So there's an idea for MATIC. Now, MATIC pumps, usually the whole market could pump, but MATIC could do its own thing eventually anyway. Hey, brother, thanks for the live. Questioning what the chart is giving on BTC. Also, what are the oscillators indicators that you use? Yeah, run it on back to the other chart. I realized I could filter out the green in there too, which is pretty funky. It might actually work, which is pretty crazy. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. If you're ever running OBS and you're doing something else at the same time, don't. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, would you mind going over Dfyn network when you can? It pumped today. Seems like a good project. Yeah, we went over 2 or 3 days ago. Thank you for bringing that up, because we went over it 2 or 3 days ago, and I'm happy that you mentioned that. I'm really happy that you mentioned that, because yes, we did go over that, and it's interesting for you to bring it up because, bam, bam, yeah. Look at that. Would you look at that? So I think I could do something nuts, because the wall behind me is painted green, which nobody else has, by the way. So watch this in a second. Bitcoin going down or up by your analysis? I believe it's going down. It's going to the downside. That's what I see happening for sure, right? And then if I kind of get this a little bit. Okay, so check it out. MATIC break into the upside. That's what I see happening. Okay, hi. Can you take a look at Akash? Yeah, hold on. I got some super chats I have to get to too that I actually have skipped. I'm gonna go back and I'm not gonna miss my super chats. I got you, Maddie, one of my favorite people. We're gonna look at XPRT, which has done very well throughout the dip. You guys put it on my radar. And we're gonna take a look at Unimex. Let's take a look at what Unimex is for Crystal Jane. Sorry, it took me a while to get to those super chats. Unimex in crypto. Yeah, so this is something I've never seen done, because I have double green screens like surrounding me. Most people don't have that access, so this is pretty outrageous and pretty cool if you think about it, honestly. Yeah. So you can see the screen and still see me. It's pretty nuts, actually, what I'm doing right now. And I just figured this out live. And we've never seen it done before, so I'm doing stuff live. I'm doing crazy stuff, engineering, and it's just pretty fun, man. I really like the live streaming aspect and getting into it. It's really fun, and it's awesome. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? You know what you guys probably think?
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Yeah. I just realized that my wall is green back there, and it might get picked up. And bam, it worked pretty well. Pretty interesting. Maybe move my top light. Feel a little darker today than normal. Setup is dope, man. Okay, so check it out. Let's keep moving forward now in the live, though. I want to give you guys hints every day. So we're giving you a live trade right here. Open it right here. I'm actually gonna possibly, let's take a look here. Believe I'm gonna unload right now, even though Bitcoin's looking a little sketchy though. That's the only thing that's got me like, you know, that's why the stop loss has to be tight. And that's why I wouldn't risk a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like $1,000 maybe. And start to ladder in. You know, good day in the market overall. right? Ethereum up 15%. Okay. Aave up 25%. XRP. Let's take a look. Ethereum up 15%. Aave up 25%. Right? XRP up 16%. Polkadot back up 18%. VeChain up 18%. Zilliqua up 11%. Cosmos back up 16%. Band up 23%. Right? Theta back up 21%, back to 741. Your chance to get Theta below 7 may have passed. Theta mainnet coming out end of June. They pushed it back though. Bake token back to 420, 13.5%. Icon, Ocean Protocol up 17%, 18%. MultiVAC up 29%. Okay, so coins were moving today. On the back behind Bitcoin's back. They were saying, you know what? I want to get busy, and I don't really care. Safe Haven up 17%, right? All these little coins started to make a move. Ace, Ascent up as well. Shout out to all the new subscribers up in the live stream. Thank you for coming on in and joining me. I really appreciate you guys being here, and it means the world to me that I would have you. And thank you so much for being a part of the live stream. Really appreciate it, guys. Okay, thanks for taking the time to put this together. The feeling is mutual, bud. We are in lockdown and bored of watching Moon Boys, man. Anytime, man. We got to have a really good... This is a stream about... Not only this is about cryptocurrency, guys. It's about raising your vibration, following your dreams, doing what you love, and being who you want to be. I know, and I'm not trying to be corny, but that's what I'm doing right now. I have a passion for technical analysis. I have a passion for the charts. I love teaching them. I love showing them. I love being in them. I love playing with them. So why not share that passion with you guys? Why not do it? Who cares? Call me a nerd. Call me whatever you want. That's how I feel. And I get to be who I am and do what I want with you guys every single time I do this. And the energy is just amazing. And the vibration is high. And it's about uplifting all of us and just making an amazing community. The 333 is real. We're on that next frequency, on our way to the moon. So I just want you guys to understand that I'm here to just show you guys everything I know. And you guys can teach me. You guys teach me every single time I go live. And I appreciate it every single time. All right. 99% of chance of a big drop. It's the future. I love this channel, sir. Shout out to Ramen. Ramit, man. Same, and learning lots, man. Thank you guys so much, man. Much respect. And 225 people watching. 109 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? That's all I ask. And I don't want to mention it again because I don't want to make it a like freaking fest. I'm the first guy to go onto a live stream, and once the guy's like, can you please hit the like? We only get to 2,000 likes today. I'm just like, oh, man. But I understand, too, we all strive, and it's an algorithm, and feeding that algorithm. So feed the algorithm, man. Feed me. If I could say it any other way, feed the gosh damn algorithm. Don't let YouTube beat me. There was a time when my likes were actually going up, and YouTube was taking them down on the live stream. Like, we'd get to 100, and they'd go down to 70. No lie. We would see it live. We would see them live manipulate the likes, man. So that's why I say, hey, man, let's show them that we can do this. Let's show them we're strong. Let's show them we can pound through. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the subscribers, man. Thank you for coming on in. Might have to turn the sound down, man. So many damn subscribers coming on in every moment of the day. I appreciate it. Just rushing on in, man. Appreciate that. Chef Bart, my dude. Let's take a look at MultiVAC now, down a little bit. So everything had a nice little pump from these lows. Beautiful pumps from these lows, right? Forming a beautiful double bottom as well. I mean, we're starting to see the double bottom play out in a lot of charts. Also, to me, broke back into the bottom of the pattern here. And now it can pattern trade itself and continue to pattern trade itself, right? So I'm going to turn the sound down, but I'll keep an eye out for it, okay? I want to go over these super chats, though. This Unimex looks pretty hot. The Unimex network, okay? The DeFi product suite, Unimex, dgen.trade, hilarious, and space, farm.space. Okay, Unimex, I see what you're doing here. You got a white paper, download the white paper. Take a look at that, I guess. Be responsible and whatnot. High security and liquidity margin trading for serious traders. Experimental high risk margin trading of any token for speculators. Experimental high risk margin trading of any token. That's pretty crazy. Thanks for the TA. Can you please take a look at Hex? Shout out anytime, Daniel, anytime. Hex is looking pretty nice. Moms, I'd like to fund coin. Isn't that funny that they tried to block you when you wrote that? Message retracted. Message retracted. Why is BB's message retracted? Interesting. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, guys. And that is what? that is your time. That is your time. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So Unimex, it's DeFi lending protocols pools continued. I mean, it already kind of has me a little interested with the margin trading. Margin trading continued. Alternatively, to open a short position, a trader would borrow a multiple of his collateral and the relevant BET20 token up to the maximum leverage available for the ERC20 Uniswap pair. Fees are limited and deducted from the borrowed and the denomination of the token, and then dispersed to the token lenders in the particular lending pool. Okay. Unimex margin trading engine is entirely contained within Uniswap and PancakeSwap. Thus, it's an example above shows all trades are executed completely on chain. This creates a more decentralized system in comparison to competitors who use hash trading parameters delivered through a centralized API, which is exposed to far greater uncertainty in the execution of orders than an on-chain direct-to-exchange approach. Interesting, man. Token ticker UMX. Token supply will only be 10 million. That's a low supply. 5 million seed offering, initial token offering. Where can we get our hands on this thing? This thing looks pretty hot. I'll be honest. Thank you for bringing it to our radar. Write down this guy's Unimex. Might be the first time you ever heard of it. Just coming on out. Unimex. All right. I don't think it's on CoinGecko. I don't think we can find it at your local grocery store. It is not a chain link coin, if you know what I mean, right? 421 for SafeMoon, okay? Mina protocol, POLYDOGE. Interesting. It was only a matter of time, right? POLYDOGE up 21% now, $18 million market cap, beginning to grow. This is obviously on the MATIC network, right? One POLYDOGE equals one POLYDOGE. This is a crypto for the future, clean, green, and instant cheap to use. Much by such sats. Fun and friendly internet currency. How to get your POLYDOGE. You know, this might just pop because it's fun that it's on the MATIC network. You know what I'm saying? Info on the QuickSwap. QuickSwap is becoming to grow. MATIC network's beginning to grow. This is an interesting thing. POLYDOGE, volume 9 million. Just, you know, I'm just saying, you heard it here first on your radar. Whether it's, I try to keep it clean with really good projects. This came out, took a dump, started to move back up to that all-time high. If it breaks that level, it probably will continue to the upside. But POLYDOGE, man, can't say you didn't hear about it from me. You probably will regret hearing about it from me anyway. Okay, so we got over Unimex, and let's take a look at the DFNY network, and we also have to look at one other thing. XPRT, which is Persistence, if you haven't heard about this one. Persistence. Let's take a look at Persistence. A real project, so mind you. $220 million market cap. Could easily get to the $1 billion 5x. Could easily get to $2 billion to do a nice 10x, right? Realistically. Okay, let's take a look at Persistence.1 and why it's been heating up and what's been going on with it. A protocol powering next-gen financial products by XPRT. Okay, and then I put on my awesome cryptocurrency voice. What is our focus? Decentralized finance. Encoding users to interact with both traditional and digital assets in an open and global content. Non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Making real-world and digital assets, such as invoices, collectibles, and art, more accessible. Proof of stake. Creating products to generate opportunities and address challenges around the novel proof of stake consensus mechanism in a multi-chain environment. Terra back, Luna up in the spot. Interchain, Spark. Two big names, Alameda Research. Ooh, Alameda. When I see Alameda, I think Sam Bankman-Fried. I think Solana. I think Let's Move. I think Terra. I see Luna. Okay, I get excited right here. I see two big names, and I see Spark, which actually gets me going too. So, three things that get me going. These are people that don't lose. Interchain also has been interesting to me as well. So, want to put that on your radar, guy. Persistence, ushering in a new era of next-gen financial products. So, Persistence, put this on your radar. XPRT. And where can you buy this funky cryptocurrency? Let's take a look at the markets. You get it on Gate.io. Gate.io has a lot of things that a lot of people can't get in AscendX. So it can't get in a lot of places. It's a little hidden at the moment. But that's what happens if something comes out, you know, one exchange and it starts to grow. WazirX is on my radar too. I talked about it last night. Brought it up yesterday. VeChain on the move as well. And Chia, a lot of people talking about Chia and Tencent. Forgot to go over Tencent for Jesse B. Talked about it many, many times. And for some reason, I just kept missing it. Annoyed by that, but I'm going to get there. So look at this, though. This chart looks pretty good, too. So hold up. We're going to get to WRX and why I like it in a second and why I think it's very, very bullish. That India news, and then they said India is not doing that. And that's what kind of pumped the price, in my opinion, to the upside, right? Hey, bud, from the UK and watching you from Vietnam. I can use the same features. Gold. Awesome, yeah. Dev's talking about HODL Billboard. Let's take a look here. Theta Trias, VRA, LTC, VeChain, T-Fuel, Reapp, Crow, MATIC, B-Pro, ZIL, Baba, Ada. That's a good list. Who's stacking? I like that list. That's a good list. That's not bad. That's not a bad list at all. Oh, yeah, this is, oh man, this is crazy. This is the old chat that I never even popped out. I love it. I love it. I've been looking at the chat just on the wall here. Don't forget to check out Hex. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, we're going to take a look at Hex too. We got you guys. Don't worry. Get off those bikes. Hit those likes. Walk like a man. I'm so woke. I'm so unwoke. Shout out to James Burns up in the spot, man. My dude, man. Shout out to Jimmy B up in the spot. Thank you for coming on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, man. And that is what? That's your time, man. That is your time, my friend. That is your time. That is your time. Okay, so moving forward with the show. All right. We looked at a lot of different things today. I hope you wrote it down. We gave you like 10 or 20 coins already. I think Hex is a clown or scam. I agree with you. That's why I don't like going over it, but people always want to go over Hex, man. And I'm like, why Hex? Why do we have to do Hex? You know? But it is what it is, so... Stream Deck brings me right to the charts, though, which is so cool. I just hit that Stream Deck button and it brings me right to the charts. Pretty interesting, to say the least, right? So, okay. One of the only streamers that has 2 green screens on both cameras so that you can see me regardless. Pretty crazy. It's pretty wacky. We could fix it even better. It's not perfect, but it's pretty cool. It's interesting enough for like a dual idea. Just something else to look at, you know? Do we bring it down here? Is that even better? Is that like more distracting? And then like we'd have to move the cup though, right? Now I'll never find it again. Now you gotta find the cup. Gotta move the cup. There you go. And then you gotta find... There's so much, man. I think I lost it for some reason. Anyway. Okay. MTV. MultiVAC. I like MultiVAC for a reason. All right. Let's look at DFNY now. And I also want to look at DFYN or DF. What would he... Hey, Lifer, thanks for your consistency and valuable content. What are your thoughts on Unimex? Okay, so we hit Unimex up. Took care of that. Dfyn, and then we looked at XPRT. Also, I want to look at the chart of XPRT, but I'm not sure where to find it. So I'm going to have to go to CoinTrader Pro and see if CoinTrader Pro might actually have that for us on the back end. All right. XPRT. I'm going to have to figure out a setting that will keep the camera from shutting on off. Because the camera shut off, we lost that feed. So now I can take that feed away like so. All right, and put my cup back like so. But it was a good feed for a while, how long we had it for. I could always delete it and put the feed back up. But that was pretty interesting. We could do it again one day. Talk about Bitcoin, please. We went so many times. We talked about it for a long time. Thoughts on KuCoin? We don't like KuCoin at all. I went over it a lot of times and really wasn't in my flavor, man. Really wasn't in my flavor. Luna, please. Lifer, have you checked Osmosis yet? It's getting released on the 17th, I believe. Perth Mint Gold token represents real gold in the Perth Mint, Australia. And you can request to exchange it for physical gold. I like that idea. I really do. Can you take a look at Hydra, man? Have 2 banks listed on their site now. Hydra, Hashgraph. So persistence, man, you're right, man. This thing is just pumping to the upside on the daily. It looks really nice, and it's actually very bullish right now. So this is a coin I've heard a lot about, and it continues to rip. Hard to find. It's on Gate.io, but it's running out of room here on the daily, and it's oversold and ready to rock. So I'd open this up, try to find a bigger, somewhat of a bigger buy zone here, like something like this. Like it might come back down into the zone, but it's definitely what's called running out of room here. It's running out of room, and it looks like it's going to find its way on out. Let's take a look at the 4 hour or the 1 hour even. Yeah, the 1 hour even has some room to move, right? It's slightly cup and handle-ish as well with this, see that movement there, which I like to see. So, yeah, running out of room here on the 1 hour. So I like XPRT right now. If you're in the room, if you're out here, if you're with me tonight, you get the free call, man. If you're spending your time with me, I'm about to give you a free call right now again. So take a deep breath, relax. I'm going to teach you how to trade 1 day at a time. All right? 1 step at a time. You could just go to the previous support right now in a game like today, right? That's a nice 40% gain from where we're at, though. And how do you protect it? You protect it with the stop loss right here at 15%, or even here. You could even be really close to the bone, but they might wick you out there. 15% to gain 41. It's a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. It's not the greatest. Usually trades are a little more consistent than that, but it's a gain nonetheless, and we don't push it in these times, right? But I've done my research. I like the project. I know there's a lot going on with it. See if you can get it to come back down to the trend line, all right? So then when you stiffen up the stop loss, it becomes a 12% stop loss. So this is the idea, is to try to buy in the zone, okay? I'm going to show you where the zone is, all right? And that's why if you spend time with me, I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to treat your time valuable. I'm either going to entertain you and make you laugh, try to do something ridiculous, try to make you see or do something you have never done before, and, or I'm going to show you how to make some money. And again, none of this is financial advice. Get yourself a financial advisor and don't listen to anything that I say, because I spend hours in the charts, and why would you listen to someone that spends hours in the charts? Probably a waste of time. Okay, so check it out. We could see ourselves getting all the way to the bottom of this area here. So the call out here is buy zone. Buy zone in the wedge. And again, there's a stop loss because, yes, this may be a wrong idea and this may not work out. But I play the same pattern over and over again. I look for this pattern and I play it. Anyone that's seen me or watched me or been on this channel has been like, dude, this guy has played this exact pattern. I've seen him play it till he's blue in the face. No lie. Which I hope I never am blue in the face. And if I am, I hope no one ever sees me blue in the face. I'd rather have blue something else, honestly. No pun intended. Coming down here, though. So there's your buy zone in the wedge right there, right? 12.8% stop loss. If you can get it to come down to the bottom there. All right? So the best buy would be at anywhere between 1061 and 1120. 1060 and 1120 is your range here for persistence on the US dollar. At Gate.io is where I'm seeing it. All right. So, but I like this call and I like this coin, and it keeps coming up on my radar, and I like that you brought it up again. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. And in a second, we're going to have our guest, jASole. Okay. I'm on him. I'm like, yo, you're my... I'm on him. Funny. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. And so we're moving on forward every single day. And so I just want to show you guys what's going on here, right? And you could even say, look, shoulder, head, shoulder is a bit of an inverted head and shoulder as well. So we're seeing bullish patterns play out on persistence. And unlike everything else, we did not dump. We held our regularly scheduled program there, you know, honestly. Like so. Nope, nope. I mean, you can see, right? Inverted head and shoulder breaking to the upside. Let's see. We got some confluence here going for us. I like what we're seeing here. All right. This reminds me of I went to the desert with a horse. But it's like a little variation of it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so persistence XPRT USDT. I hope you can get it there. Gate.io. I'm putting it out here because 1 through 10, I mean, this is like an 8 trade. It looks pretty nice. High probability this trade will go from all the stuff that I've done in my life. High probability that this will go to the upside. So, just from, you know, that's all I'm saying. Okay, we got no mods in here, man. Thoughts on KuCoin? Perth Mint Gold Coin. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what, when Bitcoin went from 17,000 to 50,000, that 80% of the people that owned it at 17,000 never sold it? Hey, I didn't sell a penny of it, man. And I was one of those people. So, yes, I believe that. What do you think about Tencent? We like Tencent. I want to take a look at it. Dude's my speed, man. Anytime. What about VeChain? Nice. Prediction of June. And thank you very much. Kevin Tam up in the spot, man. Raul, just hold MATIC and chill. You're in a good project, brother. I bought MATIC at 195. It's down now. What should I do? Down now. It's like 188. Take a deep breath, Raul. We just put a call out for it breaking to the upside, you know. But please don't spam, Raul. Much love, my MATIC, bro. I know, right? We're all MATIC. We're heavy into MATIC here. We appreciate that you're into MATIC, dude. And do not worry, man. Much respect to you. Much respect to you. Can we get the likes all the way up? 195 people, 150 people watching. 40, you just can't hit that like button for me. It would be awesome if you could. Just do me that flavor. I'd really appreciate it if you could just hit that like button and get it moving. It would be really, 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 really cool. You'd be like, so cool. I'd be like, you know what, man? You're the coolest dude in the world. Like, you know how to do it. Like, you are the coolest. I said, why not? I keep it going like a blood clot. Can it come? Yes, baby. Yes, baby. I just, you know, the production quality is funky. It's funky land, right? Okay, so we're looking at this, and this looks right to me, persistence. So that's why I'm putting it out as a trade to the group, man. And if you're new, man, I want you guys to understand that. So check it out. Check it out. I can even take a sip from the cup. Either way, look. Or I should get 2 straws and both of me can sip it at the same time. I don't know what's going on. This is wacky business. Do you listen to Dome Bresky? No, I never have. How do you reach for the DSLR? It's like you're reaching for the tip class. Oh, that's funny, right? Yeah. If the tip class was back where it should be, right? You know. Which is kind of funky now, but like you could kind of put it there. Oh, man. Why do you shut off all the time, camera? Why can't you stay on your own, man? We had a good thing going. It really brought the stream level up. I'm bringing that out. I'm starting to bring that out. The second it comes out, look, the stream went up. The second it disappears, the stream goes down. People like that, man. I bought Bitcoin at 35.5. What should I do? I'm new to crypto. You're a smart man. I think you should continue to hold it. The MATIC bridge token is called Waypoint, not Cali Waypoint. Okay, WPNT. Let's take a look at Waypoint then. So now we got you a MATIC bridge token, because we don't want to go through Ethereum to get onto MATIC. All right, Waypoint, BSC, MATIC. Dude, this will be my next video then. How to connect MetaMask to Binance Smart Chain. Okay, how to set up MetaMask from MATIC mainnet QuickSwap. Moved MATIC from Binance. WPNT. Waypoint. And that's another thing about the idea of, you know, I will never sell my Bitcoin, man. My next video coming out, top 5 reasons why I will never sell my Bitcoin. They will never get it out of my cold, red, dead hands. You know, they won't. Look at Waypoint right here. Open DAP. I don't know why I just opened DAP. I just popped. Consider yourself very lucky you didn't buy at 55. Yeah, no, that's what I think. You can just put Waypoint into Dex tools. Yeah, but I want to read about it. I want to know about it on the DAP radar. Open the DAP. Ooh. The low-cost cross-chain crypto bridge. Move funds across networks without hassle using the Waypoint token. The only cost in transfer is roughly equivalent to the gas created, and you send tokens on the receiver network. For example, on a BSC MATIC swap, the fee is 1 to 2 cents regardless of the transfer amount. Staking Less has launched. BSC Poly Bridge has launched. Dude, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Show me the bridge then. So maybe you buy it and then you just sell it? Is it that simple? Holy crap, that's a game changer. If I can go to MATIC without having to pay the outrageous ETH fees, that's what I'm saying. That's what's stopping me from heading into MATIC right now. And honestly, if I can move my MATIC, you know, you're probably gonna have to leave MATIC for a split second. You know what I'm saying? Just to get it to move, but interesting. What's your formula to chill like that, man? Man, keep it up. You're doing just great. What's your prediction of BTC at the end of the year? Holy crap, that's a game changer. Yeah, no, it really is. It's unbelievable, man. Like, I think we can really start to get into the nitty gritty of all these things. This is really important. That's a really big game changer. Okay. Okay, someone wanted a hex chart. Let's take a look. The hex chart is strong. So as much as I don't want to go over it, I like going over any coin that looks like it's going to go to the upside. So when we look at hex USDT, which I believe I can get it on Uniswap, and also had a USDC pair on Uniswap, it's been looking very, very bullish to me. Okay. So look, I had a trade like this, said it was probably going to break to the upside. And what did it do? It did break to the upside. Went back to 6 cents again, back to 9, and now it's sitting in another flag. I call this the double cup and handle a little bit. It's like the secondary handle out of the first one. And you're seeing the same idea here. Moving averages starting to move up. And you can't say this isn't bullish. We have a low, we have a higher low. Hex is starting to move to the upside, whether I like it or anybody else likes it. It doesn't really matter. I'm not a fan of the project. Richard Hart doesn't, you know, he did one thing that just threw me off one day. He was talking on a live stream, whatever. You know what? Everyone makes mistakes. I'm not even going to bring it up. But he just did one thing that I don't know. I was like, yeah, that's kind of, you know what? Maybe he's different now. That was a few years ago too. Maybe he's learned something. You never know. People go through a lot of stuff in their life. But anyway, I think he's done a lot for the space. I think he's dedicated himself to cryptocurrency. And I don't think he's like the worst person. You know, my wife is going to F me with a strap on if I lose all our savings on crypto. That's pretty funny. Shadow Superman. I hope that maybe some people like that. You know, interoperability is like cross-chain incoming. What time what's the time by you? It's about 1 a.m. right now, for sure. 194. Can you please look at engine, please? Much love from Myanmar. Okay, anytime. We're taking a look at Hex USDT right now, right? USDC, and it's in an uptrend, just continuing to the uptrend, and I see it starting to break to the upside. This is a trade I would make because it's just pattern trading, simple pattern trading. So look, you're gonna swing this into what's called a bull flag, you know, falling wedge, bull pennant, whatever you want to call it. It's basically a falling wedge, but it's what's called flagging in the game, as we like to say. She's flagging, bro, and she could come back down to the bottom of the flag by all means, and that would probably be your entry point at 4.8. But then I believe she'd be bullish, and I believe she'd be bouncing, and I believe she'd be taking it right off the top here. So you see, Hex could be blasting off right this, bam, bam. Probably come down there one more time, battle through, hit this all-time high, get rejected, come have to bounce off that, and then do its thing. Come back to this point, and then you're gone, right? And these are your levels of support and resistance that you probably will end up hitting. You see what I'm saying? But that's like, you know, it looks pretty viable to me. So far, so good for Hex. I mean, there's no reason to think it won't. Right? And then that also puts it in a bigger pattern. It could be making this pattern. You never know. But, you know, I start to project early because that gives me an idea. You want to project earlier than most. Begin to figure out what's going on up and down, and that will be your buy zone before it breaks to the upside to a bigger target. And this is how you really begin to project. And this is how you can see way far ahead and really begin to kind of become a master of the charts, right? And nothing's guaranteed or set in stone, but what you do is it's like chess. You set up multiple pathways in your mind and in your subconscious, and that way you're ready for multiple plays. No matter what happens, you are like a sensei of the chart, a sensei of the different aspects of what could occur. And this is what you need to be doing. Hex USDC, baby. And so I like this chart right here. I do. And I like this beat too as well. So keep this beat in your mind. Keep it rocking. I just joined you. My apologies. Did Bitcoin close this indicating bearish trend, or is it trending sideways? Still trending sideways, and nothing about it is done. Could continue down or up to the upside. You know, nothing is guaranteed about what we're seeing with Bitcoin right now at all. So just want to put that in your radar. We're all just watching it closely and seeing what's going on, because nothing's guaranteed. And we're going to give you guys this new cool angle that I've been working with lately. It's pretty awesome. And I believe it could keep coming through. Just got to play with it. I even have a wider angle lens that we could rock out too. But should be back now. Oh no. And then we're going to bring jASole on in a second. And then we got to get out of here like at one point. This Memorial Day stream that never ends. You know what I'm saying? But we're back. I want to know more about Shadow's Supra. I know, right? Sounds pretty interesting to you. He might have found a bedfellow. Anyway, I was studying chart patterns and my phone lit up with the lifer on it. I was like, what? Shout out to Michael Jordan. Yeah, man, don't be sleeping. We out here all the time, man. And we're doing crazy stuff at all times. I mean, you can only imagine, right? You can only imagine. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Damn. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? We're about to have jASole on in a second, too. Why do you keep shutting off, camera? You know you can't do that. You're like producing, camera. We're going to have to figure that out. We'll get on that tomorrow. That's sad, though. That was pretty interesting. That was really interesting, to say the least. Still going now. But I don't think it's going to stay, you know. I was going to try to feather the edges real quick for you guys, just so it feathered off. Still keeps the red dot there, though, which is kind of funny. But whatever, that's cool. Maybe that will be better than nothing. That might keep us going. I love this beat, right? Please don't forget to look at Engine. Let's take a look at Engine for you. There is Kevin, right? I might have to get a plug-in power supply for the DSLR if it keeps. I have a plug-in power supply. That's the thing. It's plugged in. It's got to be something inside that it's telling it to save battery. I must just have to hit the save energy. There's got to be a save energy thing that I got to pulse off. Something like that. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, this entire wall is painted green behind me, man. And I'm shiny because I put coconut oil over my face the other day. Whatever, man. It's all good. I'm like freaking shinier than a Phantom power in the settings. It could possibly be that. Yo, MJ, just noticed you changed your profile pic. Yo, what's this beat? I don't know, but it's hot and it's dope and it rocks us out and it gets us through the session, doesn't it? Let's look at the super chat right here. Good morning, sir. Can you take a look and TA at LCX, please? Thank you very much. Let's take a look at LCX for my man. And I'll turn the sound back on. Sound has been off for a second. It was just coming in so much. I can't believe I would say that. The subscriber button was just too loud. It was too many subscribers subscribing. No, it's just so stupid. I'm just being stupid. We're not even there yet. But you know what? You got to act like you're there. Like, I act like I already have 1 million subs. Man, we have 1 million subs. We've traveled around the world already. Everybody knows the CryptoLifers. Everywhere we go, people are like, yo, there's that crew. Like, you know, I've hired multiple people. We have a crew. We move around. We're amazing. So LCX at the bottom of the barrel, man, right now. Really, really tanking. You know, I don't even know what this is, but I'm happy that I'm not in it. It looks like a bit of a pump and dump. It looks like they did it a few times. Let's take a look at on the daily time frame here. So sideways dump, and it's at the bottom of its barrel, probably the lowest it's ever been. I mean, good luck to you on this project. I don't even really want to look at it. I really don't. I'm sorry to say. Every once in a while, there's a product that I just want to stay away from, and that was one of them for sure. That was one of them for sure. LCX, man. Doge gain 33. When you're gonna check your desk? When are you gonna get your DSM? Yeah, I'm on my business account. Tea cake. It's crazy the things you figured out though. Like, yeah, I'm on my business account. Shout out to Mike Jordan. Don't mean to badger you, but could you go over DFNY chart, please? Just wondering if you think it's gonna stay strong. Let's take a look at DFNY. DFYN. Okay, so this one did something a little different than most. Okay, I mean, it pumped and then it dumped, but then it's starting to form a bit of a channel here. And you know what? I'm flattered that people appreciate my analysis so much that they really are like, hey, by the way, like, you said you would do that. Could you do that? And I'm like, you know what? Let me do that for you. You know. So right there, look, amazing what we see going on. Okay, coming right there, bam, broke out, coming back to support. We will take a bounce off support there for sure, right? Hopefully, not for sure. I mean, you know, but that's what you would like to see in a good world. Right, and then you have some resistance points here that we're going to fight through and get to the upside. But this looks bullish to me, the DFNY network. It really actually does look bullish to me. Right now, especially with everything. If it breaks this level right here, that previous high, I'm going to be even more bullish on it. So shout out to you if you're still in it. Hold tight, hang tight. The TA is in your favor at the moment. You know, I'm not guaranteeing anything. Right now, the TA is in your favor. We get back up to 156% gains. You know, you may want to take some off the table when you get to this high. We'll probably get rejected and come back down and take another week or two to get back up there. But you know what? So far, so good for the DFNY network. Okay. Doesn't look too bad at all to me, actually. A viable play so far, so good. A viable play so far, so good for the DFNY network. Okay, guys, buy CORGIB. You've been on that. Is this the same guy been on there before with the CORGIB stuff? Love this. Check out CORGIB also. Super B, CORGIB. Visit CORGIB website. Damn, man. I would love to, but I would also love not to. Do you think DSLA can go to $1 in this bull market? I believe it could, but it's down in the dumps right now. It's got to fight its way through a lot of other stuff. HTNR, nice pump the last 24 hours. That's a good way to get someone interested in something. What is HTR? Hathor. Remember Hathor? Okay, yeah, it did have a little nice pump. And this, look, you know what's interesting to Hathor, though? Look, Hathor went through a mini Wyckoff accumulation. It's almost like they're trying to laugh at you. Look. It's like they filled it. And we'll see. I mean, to me, it really can't go how much more to the bottom. Remember, we used to talk about Hathor. People would put it on my radar. It was like one of those obsolete coins that it was cool to know about. Oh, yeah, I know about Hathor. Yeah. But, like, thank God we didn't buy into it. There was a lot of coins I was FOMOing for because I felt like I missed out. And I was like, oh, I'll get that next week. Thank gosh I did not get into them. Because I was going to get to them towards the end. I would have either had to sell out or I would have made a little bit of gain and then just watch most of it go back to zero or had to run out of the game. It's depending on the coin, you know. But this is starting to break through that trend line right now. But, you know, it's not viable enough. I need to see a stronger support break above this line. I need some other moving averages start to make their way. But, yeah, right now, look, we're starting to make a move. And we're getting tight on the moving averages, which is something that I talk about a lot as a catalyst for a break to the upside. So, hey, Hathor not looking too bad. It's the end of the cycle, not the end of the crypto by far. Yeah, I agree, man. Guys, please like the video. Shout out to Mohammed Samsidian. Thank you so much for saying that, man. Salam alaikum to you. Thank you for what you do. Heading to bed. Many blessings for everyone. Shout out to Max Chevy, man. Thank you very much. Keep an eye out on CORGIB. CORGIB. Isn't it just CORGI? Like, isn't it just CORGI Doge? Or CORGI Uno? I mean, I don't know. Dex Tools might have it on there. Let's take a look at the Dexy Dex. Let's take a look at Dexy Dex. Why does it have to have the B, though? Okay, CORGIB. There it is. I'll be nice enough, man. I'll be nice enough to take a dabble at it. Take a stab. Take a little look at it. Okay. Wow, this thing exploded, though. You guys were telling me about it back in the day. So, look, it dumped. Pumped. It dumped. But it does. Yo, it's funny. Their meme coins are coming back to life. Up 199% on this thing already. So, you got to look at the smaller time frame and look into what's going on. Like, right? 10-minute time frame, 15-minute, 30-minute. Anything that will give you more market structure. And you see, we are forming a bit of a pennant here on the smaller time frame. So, looks like you might be able to scalp this for a quick pump, honestly. But I don't suggest it. This is high risk, and I would put no money in these, and I wouldn't be doing this. Probably shouldn't even show you guys things that I wouldn't be doing. Give you bad ideas. But it is in a pennant. If you're able to put a stop loss, you could ride it out, but only then, and then only. And see what goes on with it. But there you go. Very low liquidity. I'd stay away from it. I don't like when things have 137,000 in liquidity. You might not be able to get out of the trade. So it's already X-nade right there. Once I see low liquidity like that, I'm done. I'm done. That's way too low for me. I'm not playing that game. You can play the game with 137,000. That's like my entire. That's more. My account's bigger than that, dude. Come on, let's get real. Okay, DFNY network. Okay, it's the end of the cycle, not the end of the crypto by far. Right? Okay, so now we're going to move forward here. It's late, though. But, hey. They say the show must go on, right? Let's see. Okay, I think we've given you guys enough. We went over the monthly candle close. We had a good time. Now we're going to get into two radio voices. Radio voice, I'm going to put on my best radio voice, okay? I'm going to put on my Barry White. We're going to get in. We're going to get into it. Okay. I'm going to schedule a Zoom meeting with jASole. jASole, I hope you're watching. Remember, you can't watch the stream or you have to like turn it down. You know how it is. You know when people call on Howard Stern, you can like still hear them, you know? Okay, so let's do this. So I'm going to copy the invite. Bam. I'm going to paste it to you. Bam. And I'm going to start the meeting. Bam. Only thing is you won't be able to see me because my camera's already got me, but we'll throw you in on the screen. Okay? Let me know when you're in, and I'll let you on in. This is jASole. He's going to tell us. I want to spend some time on AGI ADA. You're like my AGI ADA expert. Going to spend a little more time on HNT as well, even though we've kind of gone over it a few times. You got a little more insight, and you know a few other things that you've been looking at, right, to bring to the table. So, shout out to jASole up in the spot. If you're about to come on in, let me know. Let me know. You guys are about to meet the famous, the great, the amazing jASole. I hope you're not sweating. Mike Jordan, the 4 cycles of trend: birth, growth, maturity, and death. Reading a book on candlestick charts. You got me stepping my game up with your chart readings. Say it, Barry. LOL. You betcha, Kevin Tam. Yeah. What's good, my guy? Are you calling the end of the cycle? The end of the cycle. Go to bed, bro. Don't upset the good lady. This guy's hilarious, man. You must live by your... Insane, man. This is insane. Like, that's funny. Anyway, yeah. Where are you, jASole? There he is. 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 Shout out to jASole. What's going down, man? Are you there? Earth calling. Pilot to co-pilot. And we'll hear you. Are you there? Are you there, jASole? Are you there? jASole. The audio is asked to unmute. You know where the unmute button is. We got
Lifers.
We got it. We got it.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Everybody?
There he is. 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 He's right there, though. He's right there. Like, he ain't playing games.
No playing around.
He's there, bro.
Hey, Lifers. How's everybody?
This is jASole, everybody. What a cool guy. One of the awesome lifers in the group. Also very informative. He's like the godfather of the crypto lifers, may I say, in a way. He oversees us. He's like Obi-Wan, man. As we travel through space and time, he helps us transcend space and time. He sees no bounds.
Thank you for the compliment. That's
might
be a little much, but I'll take it.
Yeah. So so tell us a little bit about I don't know as much about AGI as I think I should.
AGI.
Yeah.
What are we doing first? Well, you know, AGI is SingularityNET.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's the first chain moving over from Ethereum to the Cardano blockchain. It's like, bye, I'll see you later. And I think it could create a landslide of events. What do you think? You know,
I think it's a very interesting long-term project, and we can get into a lot of details, but Cardano is another long-term project that's taking a long term to flesh out and do properly. So regardless of what you think as a trader or what you think of the project or comparing it to others, how they're going to compete and compare, they're just doing it their way, and in the end I think they're going to work it out. So it's interesting that they're collaborating right now.
What do you think of Sunday Swap coming out? I think tomorrow, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, well, you know, they have to show their colors, and I don't know how much volume it's going to have and the ease of use. I mean, this stuff is just getting started, man. So I'm glad we're all here together to figure this stuff out, you know.
Oh, you know, you can't do it alone. Can't do it alone.
But Sunday, you know, it's like everyone has their faves, and the playing field changes and evolves, and there are a lot of players that are in, you know, that have been planning stuff for a long time. And there are a lot of folks that are coming in and forking and just being successful and saying, hey, this is what we can do with this. So it's pretty interesting, you know. I wouldn't compare heavy volume and recent success to a model that is like, don't get too comfortable, because things are going to change and keep evolving. So, but I know you're real excited about this BSC stuff and anyone collaborating there. So that's fun. That's fun for the lifers.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was cool to get, I'm getting
MATIC
excited to like, yeah, move on to MATIC, BSC, Harmony One. I want to see Moki. I want to see things going up. Shout out to Peter C. Gallus up in the spot. Thank you so much.
Hey, what's going on with the chat? I'm not even looking. Sorry.
Let's see. Yeah, no, I didn't look at it either. Let's see what's going on. Thank you for saying
thanks,
that.
Mike J. This is my space theme.
Love your background, jASole. Just getting started. You're right, man. 2020s in crypto will be insane. Yeah, my head was hurting these past few days, so I've been napping. Kevin Tam, man. jASole.
Yeah, man. I was up all night last night, by the way, fam. Finally getting that Opera chain on my MetaMask. It was wild.
He did it.
Yeah. It's easy once you figure it out, how to, get the custom RPC going. And the hard part is figuring out then what to do with your newfound tools, because then you're a dangerously expert novice.
Yeah, it's true.
With the ability to
get yourself
very
into some
silly
farms.
mistakes in execution. So, yeah, that's the hard part, is figuring out like what to put where, why, for how long, when to maybe take it out. What's your, it's a whole world with the DEX, with charts, with the whole DeFi finance, basically, not on Ethereum, very low fees, interoperability, a lot of Aave stuff. MATIC will be there. They're all going to play together and say, hey, well, you can do this here with us also, and it's just, it's going to be interesting. So it's going to see who's going to compete. And then, layer 2 isn't even really getting started either. And ZK rollups, that's going to be like the next thing.
Explain ZK rollups, because I get it. It's like,
I don't really get it either.
It's like a layer behind Ethereum that if it drops, or something happens to the transaction, it'll pick it back up. Or is it like, it's like a layer that can react before Ethereum, but if it needs Ethereum, it can always lay back onto it again.
It's basically an Ethereum layer 2. So it's a solution to the problem, whatever that is. And I can't really get into it technically. It's not really my, I didn't read up on it. Actually, I didn't know. It's just not my thing. All this stuff is so new to me. Mm-hmm, I don't come from a coding background. I don't come from a technical background, other than, the skills that I'm going to provide for you for the rest of my life.
Well, you're going to be a grip, right? Key grip.
I'm going to be the lifer's grip, and that's the only grip I'll be.
I'm just messing with you. I love you, man. The key grip. You're like, I don't grip, bro. I don't grip, man. I was a gaffer, man. Right?
Yeah, it's fun. Well, gaffers and grips are like night and day.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they're all day together, all day long,
No, but the grips control, they control shape.
Can you put your camera, just being a cameraman, can you bring your camera up a little more so I give you headroom? Do you have headroom?
Oh yeah, man.
Just give yourself a little headroom.
Yeah, I've got 2 different angles. All right, yeah. Got
a little less, somewhere in the middle. Yeah, that's all right. There you go. That's not bad.
All right, you want it up. Got
a little more, maybe a little balanced. Yeah.
Stand by, lifers. So
we're in the film industry, man. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Well, I always try and be a little different. So
I love this. This is okay. Here we go. Yes. Something
like that.
That's cool. That works.
You want it higher? You want?
I just want to see the hat. Yeah, I want to see the hat you're wearing. What a hat!
Oh, you want to see the hat?
Yeah.
All right, I'll dox myself. Who knows where that is?
Below. Claudio's no idea.
Yeah, that's a place I wouldn't recommend going where I live now.
Yeah. Funny, man. So now you just supported them. What are your thoughts on HNT?
Yeah, don't go there. They suck. That's my commercial.
All right, here's your question. Here's your question that we're all been waiting for. What are your thoughts on HNT with no limitations on having HNT staking?
All right, yeah, that's another thing. Because we don't mess around here. We tell it how it is. It's
Why
very
is the
cool.
halving bad? Why is the halving bad? I saw a guy research that the halving could be bad for HNT.
You know, bad, like, okay, so just like when people make requests to you on the show and they go, vet, they go, when do I sell?
Just back up a
BTC?
little bit because all we can see is your face, or is your mouth.
And you're like, you know,
There you go.
you're like,
I gotta get there and make this. Can you
right.
boost your chair up? Can you boost your chair up a little bit?
yeah, like, place me, bro.
Boost your chair up a little more. Square away. There you go. That's better. That's good.
All right, you
enough.
want me like
Yeah.
facing the camera? All right, cool. I'll
Yeah,
face
yeah.
the camera.
And try to look. I'm looking in the camera. When I look in the camera, are you looking in my eyes?
All right, yeah. So
It's like we're having a conversation
Like,
when I stare into the camera.
lifers
yeah.
want to make a connection. Dig it. Yeah, man.
We can't see you again though. You move. Yeah. When you get excited when you talk, so you lean in, but just stay lean back, and we can hear
Yes,
you.
boss.
The audio's good. You don't have to be that close. The audio's good.
Yes, boss.
No, sorry.
All right.
Okay, HNT. Sorry, I threw us off.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
How could the halving be bad? You know, I don't see how shocking the supply could be bad, but maybe less rewards, right?
Okay,
So then
exactly.
you don't make as much money.
You see, bad and good is relative. Okay. HNT is another long-term project. They're building the IoT network. They're not a blockchain, in fact. Or no, they're their own blockchain. So it's like they're doing their own thing, passing information in their own very unique way.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of similar to like HoloChain, for example. They're just doing their own thing, and it's just nuts in terms of the coding. But that, you know, that aside, that like, all right, halving's good and bad. All right, short and long term in terms of the price impact of HNT.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever there's a halving and there's a reduction, it means that the value of the asset is going to increase. So that's a positive thing. Halving is bad because people like us who haven't prepared and haven't been mining and are now going to set up our miners and get all excited because, you know, we hear, oh, so-and-so is making 10 grand because blah, blah, blah. The reason why they're potentially so profitable is because they're really good at setting them up. Mm-hmm. And monitoring them, and they have maybe 10 or 15 of them. Just getting like one or two, even, it's not incredible rewards. I mean, it'll pay for itself, but it takes a little bit of effort. So that's
Are you gonna get one? Do you want to get one? Are you looking into getting?
I was really considering it because at first glance, I mean, hey, all of us want to be successful without putting as much effort in as possible, or figure out a formula to, you know, that maybe takes a lot of effort that's going to be successful, you know, that we can get into. So I'm thinking to myself, all right, get something that creates a value in an asset itself. You know, you're going to mine the asset and then get more of them. That's awesome. The value is going to go up. That's cool. Mm-hmm. And this, you know, the whole mining thing, you're kind of taking a piece. It's like ownership. And I thought about, this IoT network, you know, like that's pretty cool. It's not just like mining, you know, it's like light mining. It's not heavy on the CPU. They also have a whole 5G phase coming out, which is like soft mining. But they're not going to stop the original mining. This is pretty serious. Like all right. I did a bit of a deep dive, and I did spend an entire afternoon like on the Discord with the team. It was nuts.
That's pretty crazy. So that's
So what kind of got me thinking that it might not be a good idea was hearing all the people calling in with their kind of issues, because I didn't understand half of what they were saying. First of all, like, hey, I have to set up the blah, blah, blah. And, there's this, whatever bandwidth, blah, blah. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to have to open a few books and read up on, just networking. It's basically networking. So that's an issue. Now as well,
but that's IP. That's not hard, Yeah.
That's not hard, and plus, if you're doing that, you can always find.
I could do that for assistance. I was doing that. I was doing that for a living before this. So
yeah, I know. Like for some people, it's easy. So, but I was just considering that. So,
no, you ping a range in your house with like what's called Angry IP. It'll scan every IP in your area and it'll give you a range of IPs that you can use that are open. Okay. If you're in an office or a bigger place, it's usually from 0 to 255, which is the range, and things between. So like you'll be 112 to 115, or So you just assign an IP. It'll be 168.192. And then it'll be one number. 114.19 or something, and then that's all. So you'll probably have to assign a port possibly. To a, you'll assign it an IP and inside of your home network or something like that. I think that's all.
Okay. It's really not that difficult. I know. Plus, like once you figure out what you're doing with a particular device, it's usually just becomes more familiar. But the impact of setting up, so like just getting one is useless. You have to get at least two, for example. So I was just considering this for myself. So I'm like, all right, where am I going to put this thing? I'm thinking, where do I live? Right now I'm not in a city, and I'm in like I guess like a country rural environment.
I'm not going to mention your town, but I love where you live. It's such a beautiful place.
Yeah, man. I think we've already mentioned it, or it'll.
Yeah, we sent some fans to your house already.
It's just weird on YouTube.
We sent some lifers to your house.
Who knows who's really out there, man. But. So I was thinking, so my area is like close to New York, right? And it's like, but not New York. So it's not dense. There's a lot of potential businesses that might be using this IoT network coming up. Plus everyone's going to use the IoT network. Everyone does, even in their homes. Products are made and they're just there. Our ovens, our heating, our doorbells, the things in the cars. It's like, it's just everywhere, man. So I was thinking, all right, so I'm just going to build that out, like why not just do, like invest in that, talk to my neighbors, go around to the businesses, maybe get some key people around that, like, can influence maybe like their smaller community, whether it's stores or just a location, because literally placing these hotspots, they ideally, they're in a particular area and then they're most productive. So if you get like 5 all talking to each other and like bearing witness to one another, and then potentially spreading out further, and then you branch out, that's how it goes. So like, for example, in a big city where it is dense, and hey, let's say your neighbor, you know how it goes in a city like Chicago, New York. Like someone just like right next door can all of a sudden just do something, and it's just like you can't just knock on their door and say, hey, what's going on? It's like that just starts to happen, and then businesses. It's going to be so big because third-party companies are all now going to provide this service, and then, for example, like sell you a miner and then build the IoT network.
Do you think you could have like an area down, and then like 3 people get in, and then you're getting into your rewards? They're not cutting in. That's the thing.
Now
they're cutting in a little bit.
There's congestion and potential competition. So it's like, it's funny. I was looking at the map, and it's really cool. All the tools you can use. They have like a scanner, and you can see all the breakdown literally of all the hotspots. It's kind of evasive, but it is what it is. It's Google anyway, it's there, but it's, it's really cool. And there's this one area, they were on Discord, and they were saying that like most of them are like maybe 2 miles, 3 miles max, but like if you're by the water, it's like it can bounce and it can go for miles. And like, so there's this one area right by Seaside, New Jersey, kind of like right across from Staten Island, and it like it goes in like 3 different directions. Like it hits Long Beach, Long Island, and like the city, and it's just like it's probably the most productive miner on the network. And it's like, we looked closer, we all just like got together because it's so fucking cool. Pardon me, you can sit there and like just all get together and like analyze a particular area, and then you get all the people that you didn't even realize were on the Discord. analyze the subhexes too, like how they're all talking to each other. And it looked like this one guy in Seaside just really coordinated it really well, just, you know, so that they were all perfectly separated. So I was like, what happened if like someone decides to just, I don't know, do the same thing there because it's a really good water spot and just hit other locations and then it interferes. And I'm thinking, I was like, this would make a great Sopranos episode in New Jersey.
That'd be crazy.
You know, because it's just like, what if one guy really had his idea and he's just like, you know, kind of running the neighborhood, or just some guy who, you know, just nice person who had a great idea, and all of a sudden, you know, there's like everyone else is doing it. But the idea is that the network then can then kind of compensate for that, and then there are sub nodes, and then the rewards are going to reduce over time. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a big investment. Sort of. I mean, they're like $500 a piece miners. There's the health thing that we were talking about. Like, I think, you know, that's something, if you have it in your home, you know, they advertise like them in living rooms and stuff. And I mean, I wouldn't do that personally. But
I know that Wi-Fi, they say Wi-Fi is like not bad, but then I heard people say that it could be bad.
Yeah, you know,
I don't know.
It's bad, man. It's bad. It's got to be bad. And I try, you know, ideally try and stay as far away from it. But then again, you know, convenience versus safety. It's like, that's what took me so long to really get into this, is just my aversity to, even I didn't buy a digital camera, you know, until many people were already, you know, until I was going to work using them, basically.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm a film guy. You know, and it's great. I have a lot of great negatives now, which is great. And I have a lot of lost files of photographs, for example.
Now, one other thing, to get more personal, what makes you want to be a lifer? What makes you want to be in the CryptoLifer group? What makes you call you? Because what made you kind of like call this group your own, man? Ever since kind of the beginning, like you've been riding with me now. I think way before I had 1,000 subs. I'd say 500 subs, something like that.
Yeah, I remember when you only had a $25 Patreon, for example, and I just decided to give you 50, and you were like made fun of me on the stream. You're like, yeah, do what you want with your money. That's crazy, man. Who would do that? And it's just like, look at us now. It's great. No, I mean, you weren't really, but it was funny because I think it surprised you. You were like, what are you doing, man? You know, it's like,
no, you gave me my first big super chats of anybody, honestly.
No,
and consistently, I mean, like I was just,
you weren't really making fun of me. You were just like, no, man, invest that money. Like, don't give it to me. And then you thought about it and you're like, no, it's like what we're creating, you know, when like what I'm doing is full time, and it's like, it's chock full of value, man.
Well, I'll be honest.
So
I was doing this, and I had a full-time job. When I started the channel, I had a full-time job, and I'd be able. I told my boss was really cool, and she loved me, and I was in the creative industry, and we always talked about our own projects. So I said, you know, I live stream from 9:30 to 10, but I'll start work remotely by 11, and I'll get to work by 12, and I only worked like 15 minutes from the place, and it just kept working out. But eventually, you know, the pandemic happened and I lost my job, I'll be honest. And I got really depressed. My wife lost her father, you know, went through a bunch of stuff and started to stream, turned to streaming, did a bunch of streams for COVID and kept streaming through all that. And then started covering the market crashes and realized I knew a lot more about, you know, the dollar and the Federal Reserve and kind of why we may or may not be crashing, and understanding the monetary policy, why you needed to look at the dollar index as opposed to gold, as opposed to Bitcoin, like, and have like the whole kind of the whole complex of an economy, the world economy. Because now you need to know, people can't just say, oh, I don't need to know cryptocurrency. Like, I know what's in the stock market, I know bonds. No, now you need to know. Like,
take my hat off.
That's part of that's an asset class. It's been determined even by Goldman Sachs. It's now you need to include it when it's like if it was a human body, a financial human body, like it's part of one of the main arteries now. Like, you can't just like look at the world economy now and not look at cryptocurrency. Like, it's, you know, you'd be doing yourself a disservice. You know?
And these recent announcements and this regulation is going to make it more and more mainstream, but it's still going to be a very long road, and we're so early and so blessed. So you asked me why I'm a lifer. I think I was always a lifer. And I think what your vibe has done and the group around you, the people that you've created, you know, is just kind of just crystallizes a lot of different pieces of life. And not to coin a phrase, but it's just true. It's not just about trading here, you know. You have a lot of different people, and not everyone even knows each other very well, but kind of all come together for a reason, you know, because this dollar has been controlling our, you know, our lives, all this work we have to put in, you know. It would be really nice to have work become, you know, what you're really doing in life. And you know, that's what lifers are all about, I think. So
no, that's what the true message of me is. Like,
that's my take.
Yeah, like,
and
if
that's
I
your
could,
vibe, man.
Yeah,
so,
if I could pass and keep an example, right? Like, live the example you want to be. Like, be the person, you know. You could say 100 things, but, like, you know, that's why I stream as much as I can. It's why I try to make as much content as I can. Like, I said, you know, if I'm gonna do YouTube, you know, that's I think that's another reason why, like, it took me so long. I had another YouTube channel and I started to commit and I saw where it went, but I eventually pulled back. And I realized that YouTube is like a marriage. Like, you can have to YouTube. Like, you see people who have to it, and, like, it's cool. You can have to it. You can have 10,000 subs and it can take you a year or two to do it, and you can kind of, like, feed a small...
To do it and also to watch it, because right now, even all of us here watching, you know, it's like we're putting in work, because sometimes...
That's true. I like
we
what you just
go to
said.
work and we're like, you know, oh man, I'm missing that show. And then maybe a couple days go by and you might even forget about it. And then when you see it again, you can tell the excitement of people that come back. They're like, you're on. It's like, yeah, all right. You know, it's like an excitement. And, you know, for some of us who either lost their jobs or just aren't working full time or just work from home anyway, maybe they find themselves like spending 3 hours a day with the lifers. And that's crazy. That's a lot of time out of your life. And,
It is. Yep.
and, you know, there are people that show up, you know, not every day. And as I say, a lot of the really core members of this community that we call the lifers, they're not even on the live anymore, or they just check in every once in a while to say hi.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people in these rooms that are just, you know, sitting around waiting to help people, or, you know, at home doing work. Like, you know, they might even have the live on and just like and like not even really listen. They just might want to see your face, and they're sitting there working and they're learning and they're, you know, they're deep diving, and then they check into the Telegram and then they report back, and then they stick around. New people ask questions and new people become more experienced, and then they help other people, and it's really cool, man. It really is. So yeah, we're just getting started, I think, too.
That's what I think, man. That's what I really think.
Yeah, man.
We are just piercing the veil, man. This is just get, you know, I've been, you know how I know I'm getting excited, because I'm a guy who, back in the day when I was into film, like, and, you know, I did a job or made some money, like, I never bought a new car, or I never bought like a fancy coat, or you know, I didn't get new sunglasses worth $350 so I could look cool at the beach. You know, like, I would buy like a $5,000 camera, or I'd put $5,000 on a $10,000 camera, and I'd owe $5,000 because I had to shoot in 1080 back when the first 1080 camera came out, or I needed 4K. You know, like, I wanted to have the best. And now I'm doing the same thing now. Like, I have lights now. I'm really getting a stream.
It's really cool watching you build your studio and get excited about it. With, like, whenever you get a new little toy, you kind of show it off. You're like,
I think it's awesome. Like, I'm just excited. Like, this is cool. You know, like, if this is gonna be my life, then let's make it fun. Like, let's make it interesting, and let's bring up the quality to the highest level possible. Like, you're gonna see soon, my videos are gonna be, they're gonna look like Coin Bureau. They're gonna look like BitBoy. They're gonna be even better. And they're gonna have their own twist and their own look and their own fashion. But you're gonna have that. You know, I was always about the audio from the beginning. The video needed to get stepped up. You know, I started taking care of that now, and I can even see even more ways.
Bro, I've got so many ideas that could just keep your show organic, because you don't want to make it you want it to look good, but people know when they're just being, sold stuff. And not that you'd ever do that outright, but like, you don't have to overdo it because you have such a good style as it is, and we could just boost you up with like just some really, lifer style stuff. Don't worry, man. No real hip hop, but just stuff that's you, and like I don't know, these sound effects you have now are pretty funny. We could even record like your voice or just custom ones, not just whatever the service is offering at the time.
Yeah, no, we could do. I mean, I just played a little. You know what's really cool? This is what's really cool. All right, I mean, everyone wants, but check it out. So the guy, there's so many awesome people on YouTube too. So he shows me the stream deck, right? And so
the stream deck, okay.
You get a sound effect that you want, right? Then you type in images on Google and you find a picture. Like, so I found a Cartman. And then I literally find a picture of Cartman, and I can load that.
Oh yeah?
Okay.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
And so now, and then like this lady says, F, I'm out of here. It's just interesting. It's like,
right.
So,
So
I can label the sound with an image.
Yeah.
So then I can see exactly what I'm, otherwise it just looks like a sound file with the name, but it doesn't pop out. Like I got this damage. So I just went and found damage online, and now you can touch damage.
Bro, that thing is really powerful too, because you can assign those buttons to just about any function, I think, for your computer.
No, and you could, anything. Yeah. Listen, I can literally go back now. This is what's crazy. And if we were in it literally has websites. And if I want to get to Fiat Leak real quick, or if I want to get to my trading real quick.
Exactly.
So now I'm like, boom. This is I saw this at Best Buy the other day. I went to get a few things and I said, you know what? And so, just so you Patreons know, like, two of my Patreons, I did spend $150 on the stream deck. That's how much it costs. Like, I did spend.
That's great, man.
And
that's great.
And so I reinvest all the money that we get and that we use to make the channel better and to just continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? So
it's cool you're so excited about building the studio quality.
Yeah, I painted a wall at my house, man. Like
green. Dude, that's commitment. That's
wait, can we like?
That's commitment.
You can't. It probably won't turn green because. But that whole wall, see it? It's green, the whole thing.
Oh yeah. I can tell, but everyone else is just getting hit by that light.
Hold on, yeah. See, there it is. Yeah, whatever.
No, that's great, man. So you can just
there's that filter on it anyway.
Make a whole scene.
We could do whatever. Yeah, exactly. So
do whatever. It's awesome. It's powerful.
Yeah. So when are you gonna come and start running the wiring?
As soon as I can afford a car that'll make it to Boston, man, I'll be there.
And you could honestly, we could run the show together. Like you could have the headphones on. You could be the TJ. Like BitBoy has TJ. TJ's actually cooler than BitBoy. Like everyone really kind of wants to hear TJ more than.
Who?
TJ is the dude behind BitBoy. He's like a cooler looking, nicer looking, like he's
like Fred. He's like Fred for banter, right?
He's Fred. He's banter's Fred, exactly. So I need my dude,
But it took me like weeks to figure out that like Fred didn't really exist. I'm like, who the hell is Fred? And he was like, it doesn't really exist. There's no Fred. It's funny, man. Everyone has their style on this YouTube. Everyone's talking about the BitBoy too, man. It's so funny. I went on Mitch Ray this afternoon, just in the chat, and I always just throw in my "Who's BitBoy" comment, just for fun. I think everyone's just gonna laugh, and they got serious. They were like, "BitBoys, blah blah blah," and then everyone started talking about BitBoy, and then the hammer started to get pissed off. They're like, stop drawing attention to BitBoy. We don't support him here. It's just like people, just enjoy the show, man. Enjoy the show.
I have two people in me, like the super integrity coin guy who's like, you can't be doing what you're doing. You could lead people to slaughter. And then there's also a guy who's like, you know what? Anyone who shows up any day and at least says the word cryptocurrency. Yeah, exactly.
Only two?
Yeah. And who says cryptocurrency out of he's promoting cryptocurrency on a mass scale.
You're a chameleon, like a wizard chameleon of like many different colors.
Honestly, yeah, it's good to be versatile, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes and no. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, it all depends, man.
Dude, especially it's so great for us on this side to see sometimes when you slow it down and like watch your work and see how you think, and you can multitask, you know, just like whether it's the OCD, it's just like it's like you figured out how to make it work. I mean, that's always like a criticism, and you always kind of like self-reflect, but it's like it enables you to multitask like a wizard, and it's like cool because all of a sudden we see see how you like to wrap your head around a project. And sometimes like when you open up a site, you'll like just, it's like you reject it like within like 3 seconds if it doesn't like appeal to you in a certain way. And it's like, bro, it's like you're a wizard. And
this guy, you're a wizard, man. I think you're a wizard, bro. Like, I remember when I first met you, I couldn't fully understand you, right? So I was like, I wasn't taken aback, but I was just like,
you're not alone, don't worry.
And but you know, as I saw your personality come across through super chats and just being on the live, I noticed that you were a glue. Like when you were around,
what's up, Mike J?
The energy came in, like, and you always kept, never have I ever heard you say a negative thing to anyone about anything. You have always been of a higher vibration. That's kind of what so once I figured you out fully, I said, this man's vibration is high, and I want to be around people with a high vibration. And even the way you speak, you have a frequency to your tone that is calming and alluring to anyone that listens to you. So I knew if I had you on the stream, and you're well spoken as well. You know,
I really appreciate that. That's really beautiful because, man, I'm serious. You know, I know it's hard to, you know, to show man love, but I mean, it's in my life. I've had ups and downs of people and you know, communities, and it's really strange because ask me, you know, again, like why lifer, why I decided to become I don't know, is that when I interact, you know, and just doesn't take a lot of explaining, stuff just kind of happens. And that's sort of, you know, the ideal that you want to have for, you know, for your activities in life, most productive and most focused, you know. And it's just I don't know, without getting too out there, it's something very serious that is enabling me to become more who I am, and always was and want to be. So no, it's really serious.
That's deep, man.
when people ask if the $100 for the Patreon is a lot, you know, it is. It is. But yep. You know, I thought about it, man. And if people don't like their job, or they don't have one, or they, you know, whatever the situation is, you know, you can make this your full-time job if you're truly committed, because there are tools here this is like a school as well as a show and as well as a community. So if you're really serious, there are tools here. You could take yourself to school 3 months. You're not going to be new anymore. You're just going to be a dangerously novice expert. You're going to be in really good company. So I'm just saying, it's yeah, you can make this a full-time job that gives back. And the 99 is really just for the commitment, because we don't, you know.
Yeah, we need to know you're real, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
the money comes back. It's not about the money, because
it's not. It's once you get to that point, but it's hard to get everyone there. It's like, but in, I don't know.
It is. No, it is. But I mean, if you're really getting something to value, you have to pay for it. You know, like another saying I like this, you know, like whatever you're going to pay for, most of all, pay attention. But, you know, you're going to pay all the time, you know, more than what you think. And if you really, you know, we should also do like a personal, like, hygiene, you know, finance thing without getting too annoying about it. But just like, what are you really paying for? You know, like, do you still have Netflix? Like, what, you know, like what, how many ADAs could you get a month if you didn't have Netflix? Or like whatever. I'm just, like start thinking like start
The
thinking
$5
like that and like
Starbucks
assess,
coffee are you buying? Yeah.
like assess your life, man.
Well, that's
for
why I
so
was on the
many
live
years.
stream yesterday making pancakes.
That was great, man. That was a lot of
And
fun.
I thought the audio wasn't great. I questioned the video a little bit looking at it because it's like I have some new people coming in and they're looking like, this guy's making pancakes. Like, what is he doing? And like I'm not. Sometimes, like, to me, sharing, like, I look at my channel. I look at my channel as if I could pass away tomorrow. So like, if my last video was me doing that, then like, because I don't know if I'm gonna be here tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna be here
won
tomorrow.
a few videos of like, no, he was a dad. He was at home. Look, he's making pancakes. even though it was funny, your wife's like, no, like no streaming. You're like, no, I'm streaming and making pancakes.
No, and it was a message to the young guys out there who are thinking of having a family. To look how grounded and nice a family keeps you. It's good, man. It's a good thing. And number two,
I love watching your family, man, grow. It's really beautiful.
Thank you. And it's also a message, the idea that like I was using flour from a giant bag I got from Costco's. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I make pancakes every Sunday morning. Like,
dude, you're health conscious. You have good cooking tips.
Well, even I mean, some guy said I was using a plastic strainer, and he pointed out some things like maybe Teflon.
Yeah, man.
So I think he pointed out some cancerous things that I was doing. Which, I know it's everywhere. And I agree with him.
Nobody's perfect.
I agree with him, though.
Okay.
I agree with him. I'm
right,
conscious of. It's hard when you're conscious because then you have to look at everything.
Bro,
and you
steel
can't
and
lie
wood,
to
okay?
you can't lie to yourself.
Steel and wood. You're good to go.
Steel and wood, man. The old days.
No, that's what I use.
Hey, man, you saved me. I started using the tea tree oil and the clove oil on my mouth, on my gums.
No, I was the
MERS. You were telling me to do the MERS oil or MERS pill.
Yeah,
open the pill.
The gum.
Merle gum, right? Or
Hadouken was all about the cloves.
Yeah, the clove was amazing. I'll be honest, it worked.
Yeah, well, that's good stuff too, man. That's good.
What are you investing in? Which low cap gems? Says Maddie. Who knows?
All right, yeah, I'm not looking at the chat. Also, I'm not good at multitasking yet.
I'm a designer, and if I don't charge people, do not value my work.
Who was asking?
Someone wrote, Kathleen, you know what? I'm a designer, and if I don't charge people, they don't value my work. So do not undersell yourself. Yeah, that's when people come today and say, when are you going to open up the $25 Patreon again? I say never, and I say it like proudly. I say proudly, like it'll never, like I will never undersell myself again. Like, I will put in 14, 15-hour days. I will scorch the charts. We will go, like today we went over some things. Like
$25 is like just super chat and watch a show. There's enough in the trading room too. There's enough value in like the trading room without the special
Dude, I'll
room.
throw 10 trades, and what I do, you know what I do?
Just the trading room alone, because everyone can hop into the Telegram and say hi, right?
Anytime.
Where there's enough value there. Like if you had a problem, like come to the Lifer trading room Telegram. Like you don't have to pay. Just say I'm really in trouble. Like what's going on? Someone will show up.
It's true. Like we'll actually help you. Like it's one of the coolest groups.
Or find
I went to so
someone
many
that
groups
knows something about
on
your
Telegram,
problem,
and I went in and out of so many of them. And
like today, like I bought BTC at 37. What do I do? It's just like everyone's just like, dude,
I was like, that's
sleep,
the best thing you ever did. You were. I see what you wrote. You wrote, at least you didn't buy at 55.
Yeah, go to sleep and sleep well. Like I don't know.
I love the newbies, man. Like
that's a good question. No, that's a really good question because I was like, Sam, I was trying to turn someone on, which is another thing when you're just getting into crypto and you're really excited about it. Even your very close folks, it's like, don't tell them about it necessarily because they're not gonna understand yet.
If they're not gonna work 100%. Kathleen wonders. Thank you so much, Kathleen. Much respect. She said, seriously, you work your ASS off. Like Mike Jordan, which low caps you inverted in, brother? Yeah, Telegram is lit.
All right, we'll get into that. We'll get into some stuff. Don't worry.
He keeps going at you. He keeps going at you.
We won't leave you without, don't worry. But, Sam and I just have to distract each other for a little while. And then, it's okay.
That's why you guys get the gems, though. You know what I'm saying? This is an intimate, real conversation between two people that care about each other, man. Shout out to Kathleen Wonders for the $20 super chat. Unbelievable. See that? Like
Kathleen.
Now she's the jASole.
All right.
Now you're on the other side. Isn't it cool to be on the other side? Like just to be like kind of like you're in the screen now. Like it's I don't know. It's pretty fun. Yeah. It's
What's Matt W saying? All the way up north.
Matt is so far up in Quebec.
Yeah. What's he talking about?
I tutored Matt. Matty signed up for a tutoring session. Great guy. Great guy.
I know.
Great guy.
How's the weather up there, bro?
How you doing, Matty? Well, you're
Robert
trying to read.
Cox is still on. Hydro.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Hydro, but this Hydra thing is really interesting. It's another Cardano side project. Man, the staking is off the hook right now. So that's all I know about Hydra.
So wait. Because this is the second time it's been on my radar now. Hydra. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know nothing about it, so I can't deep dive or recommend it.
Hydra chain,
it's
the
like,
total supply problem. Hold on,
it's
we're
100% staking going on right now on
solving the total supply problem. Hydra is an open source proof of stake blockchain with a unique set of economic features. It packs a unique combination of inflationary as well as deflationary mechanics as part of its economy that work in parallel and let the real adoption define its total supply.
Hey, RC wanted to know about Hydra, though, not Hydro.
No, this is
that's
Hydra.
Hydra.
No,
that is
Hydra.
okay. Yeah.
High
okay.
scalability, smart contract capability, and democratic governance. I mean, I like the seriousness of the website. Res chain, hit BTC. You know what, man? I'm telling you, man. Where do you think it is? jASole?
What's that?
What exchange do you think it's on?
Oh, that one?
No, just off the top without thinking. If you follow the suit of the lifers. As much as I...
The one that I'm not on?
KuCoin, man. Think about it.
KuCoin.
We've been taking KuCoin for everything.
I didn't want to say that because you don't seem to like KuCoin. Why don't you?
What do you mean?
KuCoin?
I love KuCoin. What are all the videos I have about KuCoin?
I know you have videos, but like lately you've been like, I'm down on KuCoin. I can't.
I never said that. No.
I thought you said that today. Oh, that was that coin that someone was talking about. It was like
no KuCoin. Yeah, I don't want to touch KuCoin. Yeah. I don't want to touch that thing. CLU coin. I don't want to touch it.
See, this space is really.
Don't even mention it. Don't even mention it. Someone will Google it now, and then we'll get them wrecked.
Like all the different names, it's like so hard to keep up with.
It's too much. It's too much. It's crazy.
So anyway, so I was telling you, so like just to keep it simple sometimes, just to keep our eye on the prize. I was trying to get this guy into crypto, and like, because he was telling me like, hey, I have like $5,000 I want to invest. I'm like, okay, well, consider this, and I was just trying to tell him. And then I noticed that the more information I gave him, he really wasn't listening to it. And I'm like,
no, people were just like, they're either in it. I had like 30 good friends, or, not 30, but, maybe 30 acquaintances, people I cared about that I talked to on a regular basis here and there. And then I had like my close people, and I told as many people as I could, and like maybe 2 got a MetaMask wallet and got a VPN.
This guy's finally doing his thing, but like, I sent him a Coinbase link at first.
The Nano Man is back. Sergu Makanu. Remember him? When he first started? He was always on the. He was in the Telegram #1 every day.
Oh yeah.
And he's Nano Man. All he was.
Yeah, Nano Man.
This is Nano Man. Oh man.
Nano Man.
Lowest market caps. You know what I mean? Yet, Mike Jordan. Damn, Maddie's like
is kind of going nuts today.
Maddie's like, Polex ripped today
again, 2 days in a row, man, like another 40%.
I thought he said he didn't like KuCoin too. No, I never said I didn't. I love KuCoin, man. I've been a supporter of KuCoin had a KuCoin account since 2017, since like August of 2000, since they opened.
So Sam, what's
with them through the
packet? Can you tell us what a red packet is?
Yeah, red packet. Okay.
Yeah.
That's basically the Chinese New Year, right? You get a red packet.
Okay.
The Chinese like to hand you a red envelope. Like that means like good things. You know what I'm saying? It means like, so they'll do throughout the year. They'll keep one in their drawer and they'll add a little bit of money to it, whatever. You're supposed to put money in a red envelope and hand it out as good luck on a Chinese New Year to your family and friends. Like, so I believe the red packet on KuCoin you're talking about, right? I mean,
yeah.
Is it Korean though? I don't know. It might be Korean too. I might be. I don't know. I don't want to hurt any cultures.
They're from Canada. It's like a Canadian exchange. So
KuCoin is?
No. Oh, you're talking. No. So I'm talking about on. That's like a thing. That's like a KuCoin.
Yeah. You asked me what a red packet was like.
No, that's the other red packet. That's like the real red packet.
I'm talking about these red envelopes. You know, I don't know what the
But
hell
like
you thought.
KuCoin gives you like a little red envelope, and you're like, what do I do with this now? Like it's like it sounds similar because you're supposed to give it to someone. It has a receipt, has like a time span. It's like
Yeah, that's what that. I mean, it's based off of the Asian culture for sure.
Cool.
That's what's
All right.
going on. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. All right, all right.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
man.
we're gonna wind it down. I gotta go to sleep soon. 2 o'clock. We gotta be up
Yeah,
for the
this is,
9:30 stream. 9:30 stream. Unexpected. Honestly, I went on
Thanks
thinking I
for,
wouldn't have
for
any.
bringing me on.
I think I get channeled by the people that come on because I went on thinking, and you know what it was, man? We hit 8,000 subs on Saturday night, and we're at
Like, she's gotta be
8,008.
from Chicago.
We're about to hit 9,000 subs. So we're hit our first.
9,000 subs. That's
We
awesome.
went through 1,000 in like a few days. I mean, Crypto Love did help out because whenever he's, shout out to Crypto Love, man.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
And I mean, he just at the end of the stream, he emails me and says, "Hey, if you send me the stream, I'll put it up."
Oh, cool.
And I'm like, "Wow, man, thank you." And so I stayed up late and took it off, and I didn't put my banner there. He thought of doing that. He's a smart guy. He did SEO for a long time, so he's like,
Yeah,
"How
and
do
he
I help?"
probably wanted to just identify, separate it.
So he's like, "How do I help this guy?" He's like, "Okay, I'll throw our stream out, and then I'll put."
I noticed a
his
few
banner.
people that came into the room yesterday that were from him. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, man. Because so many people are around that are in a lot of the same groups, and it's funny when you see them around.
This
and-
community is smaller than people realize, man.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, I used to know everyone in a few different groups. And eventually, I ate every group that I was. It's funny. My group started, and there was like a bunch of us all starting groups. We kind of all left one other group and started other groups, and there was just groups coming, and everyone was kind of learning. And my group just ate and ate and ate and ate. And eventually, everyone that had their own group just joined my group, and just their groups just kind of fell apart. And it's just crazy to see how like the longevity and honestly, it was a lot of calls I was making. There was like one group that said, "Oh, we're gonna short, we're going to 18K when we went to 29.5," and I longed and said that's bullish divergence. And like, we're oversold in the daily. Like I'm all in, and people laughed at me and said, "Can you believe this clown?" Even took a picture of me like, "Can you believe this clown going long?" And like they all got wrecked, and like
Eternal proof.
and then people came to my group like, "Wow," like, and then one girl was like, every time you set a target, I always thought you were out of your mind, and I denied it. And she's like, 7 times in a row, like, I originally just decided, like, like it's just these, and we ran from basically, late October till, even till, mid-April. I mean, the amount of calls the group took and the amount of I can't even if I went through every single call I ever made, which I'm gonna go through once, and I'm gonna make a promo video, it's absurd. Like we were talking about Link at $1.78. Like I have a video where I'm showing one of my first live streams ever. I'm like, oh, this is good to accumulate here, $1.78 Link. Like, I mean,
When was your first stream, you think? You probably remember exactly, but I don't.
I can remember the day that I decided to make the I believe it was January of 2019
Okay.
when I decided to make the channel. When I was like, you know what? I'm going to start a channel. I didn't know I was going to live stream every day. That definitely was not, I wasn't going to make, I didn't know that. I was just like, I'm going to make videos.
Right. You're just
And
making some videos. Now, yeah. So
the channel would have been bigger had I just made videos. I learned that. My obsession with streaming has hurt the growth. Because you see video people.
I think video, the algorithm, they want you to put up content first. Also, they don't
They
want.
love the content. They love the content.
Yeah. So a combination, like once you start adding, even if you continue to do a live stream, if you add content along the way.
No, I'm trying to do one every single day, whether I get it done or not. But I try to do one every single day. But
Bro,
yeah,
it's
what's
great. You have a lot of
interesting.
content.
I'm trying to find
And a lot of surprise streams.
Yeah, you gotta just kind of come out there, right? So I'll be back reaches all-time high. So my first live stream, funny, they say it was a year ago. Come out, Cardano automated sale. I'm looking at it now. Look, this is pretty funny. So it's like Crypto Thursday recap. Buy groceries with Ontology, right?
Ontology, yeah.
13 views I'm getting back then. Like, it's pretty funny. Like, and
That was like, yeah, Ontology.
I'm gonna look at the altcoin season is on. Bitcoin back. Is XRP on? So look what I'm thinking back then. This is on November of 2019.
You're talking about all the projects that are, building the future.
What's going on, everybody out there? That's CryptoLifer, where crypto is life. If you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I was gonna start with a bunch of different news.
Look how different I am on camera. Like, I had no presence.
30-minute.
Like, I was just like a young. It was funny, man.
And that's provided by the fib.
We're looking at Chainlink right here at
the fib level here.
Let's see.
And also provided by, we have support
Look at Chainlink at $2. I'm telling you to get into Chainlink at $2.73. Yo, like,
Insane.
And then
like,
another one is
yo, my channel, man,
it's
like
matching
it was gold, bro. Like
gold
nobody.
ratio,
Look,
the
13
0.5
people
which
saw
is
this.
pretty
This was like
outrageous.
the greatest call on earth.
You can see how the confluence is there.
I just think
Wow,
it's
man.
funny because there's like,
That's
I'm
nuts.
just some dude in his living room, and like I'm telling you to buy things that
Or buy
like
order
it's just
here,
insane.
$300
Like,
buy order.
what is this
here.
one?
And I would see which one, I would try to catch
Auger at $12. That wasn't the greatest because that kind of floundered.
a stop loss here below this support that is
Loving
pretty
Auger,
strong.
sticking on Auger. There.
Getting used to the streaming thing. Got
And
a
you
little
can see
fancy
even then,
tonight.
look, Cosmos at
Got a
$4.
little
Income taxes are the
Yeah, $4.
Little
Yep.
McAfee plug
person was
there.
like,
That was when
And we
like
used to do.
again,
And we
now
used
we're
to do some
going into
math.
that buy zone
ADA was like 10
we
cents.
spoke about earlier. Bitcoin could
crazy.
reach 100,000 after the next bubble.
That's
Probably lead the
some
founder of the
solid
crypto
content
wallet
too. I mean,
ballet.
having those interviews,
Oh, we're turning them all into a podcast. We're going to be putting out a podcast, right?
cool. All
I'm
right,
gonna write
yeah.
I'm gonna write a book, man. I'm really gonna write a book.
All right, all right.
About like how like, no one believed in me, and I,
Already.
kept just buying
Like,
Bitcoin
it's
and crypto
crazy
on the
that
low.
These are moves.
And so look, Chainlink, I'm showing you 273 right now. It's 291. I'm like, I told you to get it at 273 like 2 days ago, and I keep saying that. Look what happened. Like it's going
Let's see
up.
what
Like,
happens. But
Bitcoin
Alan
right then
Matthews
is at
really-
8,400.
And I was like, oh, that's
I'm looking at VeChain right there below a penny, dude. I'm telling you to get into VeChain at 007 right here.
Not 004, 007.
007.
See, that's sort of the difference between $55,000 and $37,000 Bitcoin.
Well, I tell people too, like, that's why people always say, I used to get that. I joined you on Patreon, but I don't have the money. And I'd say, with the knowledge that I give you, I can put in $1,000 in VeChain around these areas, right? And some big whale, some big swinging D, he can go put in $10,000 when VeChain's like 2 cents. Or,
And make this market move.
No, but I'm saying we can make the same amount of money.
Right.
Like he could put 10 grand in when it's 5 cents, and I already put in $1,000 when it was under a penny. So like I may have like 8 grand as opposed to his 5 grand. In the end, I may make 100 grand and he makes 140, but I used 1,000. He used 10,000. So like, if you can learn what I'm trying to teach you guys and go back in the past and see where I was at, I tend to be in the right place at the right time. And it's because of the TA and nothing else.
Because then it makes you,
But like VeChain at 7 cents, man.
and obviously,
And so these are what I would have been putting on your radar back then. So imagine what I'm going to put on your radar now. If this is what I was doing then, what coins do you think I'm going to find now? And I think I'm always going to be trying to push the entire group ahead. Did we lose him? We lost him.
No.
Oh, we got you.
Oh, man. I was just thinking about the great dip that ZIL took yesterday. It was really fun to be a part of.
Zilliquid just dipped horribly?
Yeah.
Wait.
Not horribly. It just, hey, it's breathing, man. It's not, you see, that's the whole thing. Last week when everything's down, I was just like, why is no one smiling on YouTube, man? This is really fascinating watching this market because it's breathing, man. If we want it to go up, it has to come down a little bit and retest these levels.
Dude, the lower it goes, the higher it can go.
It has to retest levels, and then once it retests a level, this is for real, and it's not just going to come crashing down one day. That this is reestablishing levels, coming back, and not really going below them for very long. But just knowing that certain, like I said, I kind of discovered, like VET and ZIL, they move in thirds, and Aave kind of moves in thirds. and it reflects the market in a certain way. And I don't think, you know, I don't know. I mean, these HODL coins, they're, you know, have a HODL bag, you have a trading bag, because
I just hit a milestone because, sorry to cut you off, but I've never live streamed while Crown was live streaming. And I love Crown. Shout out to Crown, man. He's so cool.
Yeah.
He's having a laugh party in the background.
I was gonna hear him swear. He's gonna say F. Wait,
You are on the chat. Oh, really? Oh, wow. The my own scammer impersonator is on this chat. This is great. Hey, could you tell me who to invest in? Where should I contact you on WhatsApp? Which is not my fucking number, by the way.
There it is.
Jesus
Not my
Christ,
effing number. I knew he was gonna swear. I love it. He always swears. That's Crown, man. He's the man, dude.
He's good. He's good. But it's like, you know, I mean, yeah. It's good. It's funny. Like every once in a while, I'm like watching someone, and then I see you throw a super chat at somebody, and I'm like, yeah, Lifer, you know. And then they know you. They're like, thanks, Lifer, or like whatever, you know. It's a tight community in a lot of ways.
I'm trying to get my name out there. I want people to know me, man. I like to.
Yeah,
I know how to.
They do.
I'm good at networking. I know how to transcend. I did it before in New York. I did it. Like, I like to travel through groups, man. And that's why I'm doing all these interviews too. Like, I want my community to be known. Like, you're gonna come on again in a few weeks. You know, you're gonna become someone that they know on the show, a regular. Like, this is a cast. This is a cast of characters.
Yeah, man.
And I want people to know my cast of characters and my peoples that I keep around. And yeah, so yeah, and I want them to see.
You don't have to try too hard, bro. Just focus on wherever you want to get to, and they'll listen. You know that.
Yeah. I like what you're saying. Yeah,
man. Like, I don't know. It's interesting to see like how much you want the show to grow, like how much you want to branch out. Because I have lots of ideas, man. You know, it's just it's interesting.
I got
drones. A lot of people are just sticking to this one sort of just I don't know, this framework. Either YouTube wants it or just the marketing guys keep it that way. I don't know where it comes from, man. But everyone sort of just does the same thing in the end. Not everyone, but a lot of folks. And it's just, you know, it doesn't take long to just say like, I just can't, you know, there's nothing really here, you know. Like, join my Patreon, join it. It's like, all right, why, you know? Because there's not a lot happening right now, you know. And then you get like, I don't know, just the people that are overpaid, you can feel that. So
okay. Yeah.
I don't mind as long as they tell you about it, because it's, you know, this is a word from our sponsors. Now I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want. Or like whatever it is.
You know, yeah.
So, yeah, man. What's up, lifers? Has everyone's? Is anybody still here? Yeah, Mike Jordan's still here.
No. There's a lot. Look at my man's haircut, super clean, right? He said, "We looking at 9,000 subs."
I know he's not
progress.
talking about me.
Funny, you funny mix, jASole. He says, so no discussions about Nano today, said Sergey, right? Did the handle close yet? No, I don't think so. I think Sergey Makanu, we towards the end of the show now, fam. It's funny. How you feel about Shibu? You global, Sam. 8 incoming to 9K so fast. Let's effing go. Ross and Joey. They calling us Ross and Joey. I'm gonna go check out they call us Ross and Joey, man.
You know, I have no idea who that is. So
there's the guys from Friends, bro. Like, you know, yeah.
What country? Like, well, but that's cool. But like, we're probably two white guys to like.
It comes from your guy, man. Love
where did that
watching
come from?
y'all chatting with you.
How many different countries you think we're in right now? That's amazing.
We're getting true value even in the down times. Crypto Dingo, man. I like Crypto Dingo. He's such a cool dude, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Check out Crypto Stackers. Hey, Sam, when you blow up, make sure you don't forget the super chats. The chat will speed you too fast. Yeah, I know. Oh, my God. Watch it now. OMG, watch it now. I know what he's saying. I love when people do that. Oh, my God, watch it now. You're like, what now? Did it happen?
What did Mike say?
Did it really happen? You know?
That's too much, man.
Amazing. All right, man. I guess we got to call it a night. We could go all night.
All right. Yeah, man.
We could go all night. We could go all night.
Probably could, you know. It's, yeah, unless, you know, unless you're ready to answer a few questions, Sam. Put you on the spot. No.
Yeah. I'm down.
Man.
Doing it. No, do an interview. No one's actually.
Honestly,
answer me 3 interesting questions you think the lifers might want to know.
Well, one thing I just want to bring up right now is just share my as wise as I sound about the space, I'm still learning a lot, and a lot of that, as I'll say again, are these tools, these tools, these different chains, and even once you figure out how to use a particular wallet, do you even realize that, like, how to reset your wallet, how to secure your wallet? Do you have 2-factor authentication on that wallet? Do you realize that, like, every coin that, like, you connect to, then can read your wallet forever?
Mm-hmm.
How many different accounts do you have on that MetaMask that can have like 8 different accounts? Do you think about using those differently? Do you have to use those differently sometimes? Do you know what a memo is? Like, all these little things are so important. I'm not asking you to answer these questions. I'm just saying, like, this is what we're doing in the Lifer room, so the Patreon is like, it's like a school, and then you have a group to, like, talk to about it. So, it's, I could ask you tons of questions, but I spent all night last night. I'm exhausted. I spent all night last night finally getting on the Opera chain, and it's really cool. Really cool. A lot like the MATIC.
Yeah, man, it feels just like MATIC. It's very cheap, it's about the same price. I mean, they feel the same. They feel the same.
Thanks, Mike. What's up, dude? Mike's loving the show.
Lifer got 1 million mainnets in his MetaMask. I know, it's kind of nuts. Like, I got too many.
It's cool. It's like it's great seeing the potential, because it's like once you figure out how to use one tool, sometimes you just do the same thing forever, and you're like, you don't realize that it's a tool that could be expanded, used in different ways, put different assets on it. And now, I mean, the MetaMask, it's like built for that. It's built for DeFi. I just now have to choose kind of where to go on that Opera chain, because there's also intrinsic staking. Like, you can get an intrinsic F wallet, that's the FTM's wallet, and just keep getting Fantoms and get like 6% and just not worry, or just have that as your HODL, and then have, like, then do some stuff on the DeFi side with, like, a different portfolio. But then, for example,
people need to stop getting pissed off about 30% APY.
Yeah, I know.
I show people a site and they'll be like, "Oh, that's not 180%." It's like, dude, let's slow down, like,
All right, but how long does that farm last? All right, and are you there to redeem at the right time? And then what are you going to do? And then what happens if Bitcoin goes down again, and, like, the whole market changes, and your collateral that you don't even know about is changing, that you didn't even arrange? And it's like, these, certain things are not going to last forever, or they're going to have to change too. Yeah.
Any last words, man? So I can let you go to sleep, because I'll talk to you till it's 5 a.m. We should do a 24-hour stream one day. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna stream for 24 hours. We're gonna stream for 24 hours, and we're just gonna have, like, people rotating, and we're
I was thinking about doing the Crypto Whale Watcher show and just having it just live all the time, just constantly, with, like, information and charts up, and just have me pop in every once in a while and just say, "Hey, what's up?" See if
do something there. Crazy, man. Have you looked at Vault?
No.
Yeah, getting over 400. Yeah, that's WEX. Yeah, the VL. Yeah, I looked at that. I got into WEX, but then I got out of WEX. I thought it was shady, and then it did crash. It does have high. She's getting 400% stake in WEX and BNB, but Kathleen Wonders out in Hawaii. We did one shirtless stream. I did a stream without my shirt on. That was awesome. That one. We jumped in the snow. If you guys didn't know, go watch me jump in the snow for the all-time high.
I remember that one too. You guys went on the sleds and went down the hill and back.
Oh, that was cool too.
That was different.
No, did you see me jump in the snow in the underwear?
No, I missed that one.
Yeah. We had, for the all-time highs, we used to get super excited. I figured, like, I had to do something amazing for every all-time high. I figured it was, like, so it started with my daughter pieing me in the face. And then one night I was just like, when Bitcoin finally, I had been waiting for Bitcoin to break that all-time high
I can't tell you how it
Tam.
felt like for so long. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin Tam's got to go to sleep.
Yeah, Kevin's like, guys, but you know the content's too good, so he just doesn't like. It's not our fault, man. The content's good, like.
You know, he's gonna wonder if you missed out on anything good at the end. You know.
Yeah, like because we're gonna tell you about one coin actually that we were been hiding till the end that we want you guys to know about.
Or Kev, how about just one obvious secret that you probably already know that is just something that
here
you
it
can't
is,
sleep on as lifers. And normally, you know, this is something that,
You're gonna jump.
you know, I don't know. Not that we don't give the best calls on the live or anything like that, but just sometimes, you know.
Just trying to get my car.
So look, John, I'm
So
gonna
much
show them.
going on that
There's
we
a-
just, you know,
we
we just
built
go
a
straight to the
fortress right
room and then, you know,
giant-
tell
we're
everyone.
finishing
But, you know, there's sometimes,
Cold as
you know,
snow.
Look at this.
information is
Cold
meant to
as
be
it.
shared. So
John,
Cold,
jumping in the snow.
and it can be in the snow. I hope he's not too.
Oh my gosh.
look at that snow, man. That's crazy.
Why'd you do that? Oh gosh. Yeah.
That's the beauty about living in an area that gets like.
I get
different
so
seasons.
much snow right there.
Okay. Okay.
Not all the time, but that's a lot of snow. It's like 2 feet of snow right there.
We were getting a lot this summer. We got like
But-
4 or 5
but
storms.
something.
Lifer, how do you feel about HoloChain? They have a miner that works right now.
Yeah,
Lifer,
HoloChain.
I like the idea of the 24-hour stream of making gains. We should just, I'll be on all day, the whole time, just making gains. So he's talking about HoloChain. What did he mean by the miner, though?
There's a miner. It's similar to the helium miners in a way. They're building an IoT network, and they have these mining devices.
Hotcoin, right? Hotcoin, the cheap Hotcoin.
That's Hotcoin, exactly. And you know, at first I was like, oh, IoT mining to boxes, really boring. But like, bro, those guys are geniuses who are, you know, the like the two OGs of HoloChain. Like it's an inception that's like pre-Bitcoin. These guys
Hold up.
are like,
this is why I put this man on. Everyone,
like Braun, Dr. Braun. Like,
you see why I put this man on? You see why I have this man on, guys? If I have someone on,
quality knowledge.
Yeah, you are gonna get.
I even have notes on HoloChain right here. Look at that HoloChain. I got my notes. It's
dude, Jesse B's up in the spot. Jesse B made it.
Hey, Jess B, what's up?
I just seen Jesse B, bro. Oh no, actually, I'm reading the comments from the video. I'm reading the comments from the video. That's funny. That'd be funny if I saw your comment.
Here, man. Kev can't leave.
Kev loves it. He loves it.
He
Man.
loves it, man. He can't get enough.
Yeah, no. Sergu will say hello and nano, buy and nano, eat nano. He won't say 5 words without one of the words being nano. We actually kicked him out of the group at one point because we told him that all he does is talk about nano. But we love him. He was one of the first followers we ever had, so he could always be around. I mean, I didn't really kick him out. That's not true.
No, I remember that day, but like.
But I said something one time. I finally said something rude. Like I didn't want to be, but I would always say in my mind. And I finally said, "Do you ever say anything but nano?" And he left the group, but he's still around.
He's like,
he's still around.
Hey,
I never hear of HoloChain. I will deep dive.
Some people love what they love. You know, you just can't. You know, it's okay.
I put $100 into HoloChain 2 years ago. Turned into $3,200. $100 into HoloChain turned into $3,200. 32x my money with HoloChain, and that was before the big run. That was like halfway through the run. Right after the XRP pump, we had these initial run-ups.
I was in a similar. So did you stake it? No.
He said, do a YouTube version of a telethon. Invite us all at different times. I could do that. Just keep running through all the lifers, like for like
you
a 20.
could, man.
just see how long the adrenaline can push. You know,
if you make certain segments and then you know,
dude,
like
I was exhausted before this. I was falling asleep on the couch watching the Bruins game, which I never get to watch. So I watched like the last period. We lost in overtime.
Go Islanders.
Damn you, man. The Islanders, man, taking it. And we would have been up two games to 0 on you. So you guys even the series. It was a huge goal.
Whoa!
It changed the whole. It changed the whole feeling of everything.
There's a Nick game tonight too, right? Or is that tomorrow night?
Bro, please send that video. We love to watch that. What video is he talking about now?
I forget which one you're talking about.
The one of me jumping in the snow.
In the snow? No, probably something else.
I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, Holo, man. But honestly, there's a lot more to all these projects because they're like building out. I mean, they're talking about NFTs on Holo with like no fees. It's like,
Well, because the world needs an upgrade. HoloChain helps by creating an alternative to the dominant centralized systems of the internet, protecting our ability to make our own choices and giving trustworthy information we can act on. We call this digital agency, and we believe it will give us the power to face today's complex problems together.
is the Nano associated with Holo? Is that, I mean, because they call their nodes the Nano. But not, I don't think so.
Interesting.
I'm like making associations, but yeah, it's like
Collaboration energy. You know what's crazy? I never did a deep dive into HoloChain, even though I knew much about them. I figured because it was such a cheap, tiny coin that they were just some crap company. Like
no. These guys.
How come some coins are so cheap like that? Like, how come some coin will be worth nothing and no one will talk about it? But then when you realize like, why are some projects? How come some projects come out like Refinable and they get to be $2 the day they come out, and another project will take years to be $2? Like, what's up with that? I always try to figure out like the balance there. And how does that work?
Yeah, like real like projects that we've that have been around since like 2017, 18, and have been. I don't know. It's hard to understand because I get asked that question by people who are trying to understand what crypto is. They're like, what is it? Why does it have value? And I'm like, okay, how do I really answer this? Because I don't even really know. People who are I don't even know what money is. Who knows what money is? I mean, understand what crypto is. So when I try and explain it, it's very difficult sometimes. Unless you're Michael Saylor or like Robert Breedlove or one of those guys who just are like born, these guys are like born CEOs. They just don't stop talking positively about what they do. It's amazing. It's like a great skill. But it's difficult. I don't know, man. What makes certain things, like why is Stellar, not this? Why are Vet and ZIL only 20 cents? It's like only 20 cents. What is it, 7? I mean,
people don't realize it was called VEN. It was a coin in 2017. VeChain was called Ven Chain. It wasn't VeChain. It was Ven, the Ven coin.
Well, a lot of the
Nano was Ant Shares, I believe, or Nano had a different name too.
Really?
Nano was Ant Shares. I swear. Yeah, they had
should have my glass of water on stream, man. This is rough.
Yeah, you got it. You need it, right?
Yeah, man. I don't even have water. I have it's my soup.
You see how much water I drink during the live, man? There's nothing else to do.
I do cook for myself, lifers.
Rail Blocks. That was the name of Nano. It was called Rail Blocks. That's what it was. Yeah. I remember when it first came out. I knew about it. Rail Block. I was like, well, this sounds interesting. Honestly, Sergo Nano gave me 100 Nano. And then when I go into my wallet right now. So let's see. This guy gave me 100 Nanos. So like at one point they were damn near almost $1,900. He was on the live and he said, I'll give you Nano if you get a Nano wallet. And I said, I'll download a wallet right now. So he's like, okay, do it. So I downloaded a Nano wallet and he sent me the Nano. I gave him a QR code right on the screen like this. And if you look right now, look, this nice gentleman, $859 now. So I get to hold Nano now because of this guy. And he sent me one Nano. Right. Just look at this. Few details. He's the only one that knows my address. So on May 20th, he sent me a Nano. And so randomly, he just, whenever he's in a good mood, or I mention him, or I say something about Nano on the live,
oh man, that's
whatever.
Pretty. See,
he'll send
the way
me.
It should be.
He'll send me, and look at all the times he sent me just one or, he'll just send me 1 or 2 Nano.
See, that's the way it should
he'll
be.
Probably I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. I almost guarantee he'll send me a Nano because it's cheap for him. It's actually free to send Nano, so he doesn't have to pay any fees, and he's just happy that I'm into Nano like he is. So, and Nano is kind of infectious like that. Like once you kind of dabble in Nano, you kind of want to keep. You realize how easy and unbelievable it is.
It's like really cheap to send back and forth, right? Isn't it like 0 fees? Like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a nano, or whatever it is.
Totally. Yeah.
Whatever they call the sub nano.
Exactly.
That's the idea with crypto and the crypto life is that you're banking yourself, deciding how you're spending your money and choosing your wallet, not just because you have a credit card and, God knows what the arrangement really is. And it has to come from your bank.
Nobody knows.
Like I'm paying for some services, like not only the Lifer and Do I use crypto to pay? Yeah, I don't know. Probably don't. I probably still use fiat to like pay for like all these super chats, like 30% back to YouTube, for example.
It's true.
Hey, you have to pay the company a little bit, right?
I get, you know,
they're the platform, right? We have, you know, they're making this all possible.
it's
right?
true. It's true.
Have you ever thought of? Well, I guess we shouldn't talk about.
Kathy wonders.
alternatives.
Neo was anxious. Look, Kathleen really knows her stuff.
Kathleen's
does.
piping out a lot of information right now.
She really is.
She's like multitasking with the info.
Now we're getting bombarded by someone.
We're
He's
getting
like-
bombarded. Who's
He's throwing in like I've never seen this before. Like he had some bot or something do that because it happened so fast. But I put on this message held for review, so he got held. But he wants us to buy AMP.
I'm holding AMP. You know, I've been holding AMP for a long time, since it was like 2 cents. And
Nano has a good chance to compete against Visa and MasterCard. I kind of, you know what? I slightly agree with him. You know,
what's that?
Instead of water, you could chat
Lefties.
to your followers to kill time. What? He wrote, instead of water, you could chat to your followers to kill time. I think he means chart. I don't know what he's saying, but
I don't know. That's right. Maybe you can be more specific. You know,
Liver, can you have a show with jASole, Hadouken, Kevin Tam, Jesse, Renchi T, all in the same show? Have a group discussion on crypto. That would be lit. Yeah, dude, I will. What is your Ethereum target for sale? That'll actually be really awesome. I'll set it up. For sure.
Or,
guys, what's your Ethereum
we could have a
target
live AMA or something.
Yeah. Paul Berry, what's your thoughts on Akash? The 30-minute...
And Andreas, too, because, for example, he's getting together, like, different people. Akash.
What's your deal with Akash? We got a $25 super chat right now coming in from Paul Berry.
Someone was asking about Akash. Yeah, Akash.
Yeah, $25 super chat. So what's your thoughts on it? We were going to end this like 17 times already. We're going to go all the way to 3 a.m. This is crazy. What are your thoughts on Akash 30 mini? The people want us here, I guess, so it's like you got to stay. What are your thoughts on Akash?
Going to be very big.
Mini miner. The network has a great staking rewards. What's better?
Incredible staking rewards, from what I understand. Probably some of the best offered, and it's going to be a major player. Kind of in the same way no one realizes how big Solana is going to be, for example.
I do, though.
Yeah.
I know how big it's going to be.
Maybe the Lifer is going to look into Akash and then have a whole show on it, because it's really that kind of big of a, like, it deserves a big deep dive. Or we could have one of the boxed experts talk about it.
Like you.
That, maybe.
Dude,
maybe.
It's the unstoppable cloud. Akash. The world's first decentralized open source cloud.
Right, it's a cloud. Right, it's a cloud. It's a cloud coin. Like SIA.
You know, I bought SIA coin when it was under a penny in 2017 and rode it all the way to 8 cents. I made $40,000 in my kitchen. I'll never forget it. It was the craziest night of my life. Crypto, I love you, crypto, man. I was like, I got so many people just mention to throw a random coin at me, and I got like a life story. Like I know something. I'm like, oh yeah, me and that coin, we go back to 1985. You know, man, crypto, man, guys. Crypto's taken and given me so much. So like I've given and taken so much from crypto as well, because you know.
Maybe we'll have our Lifer reunion. Why? It's kind of nice there here.
Yeah, we should go to Hawaii. I've been to Oahu. I haven't been to the main island. I've been to Oahu though, the north. You know.
Well, we probably don't want to go to the main island. We probably want to be off. You know, we want to be
in Maui. But I want to see Maui. You gotta go see Maui, don't you? I mean.
Well, bro, we're gonna take like a helicopter or a plane or whatever. You know.
Yeah. Well, at that point, we won't have to worry about a damn thing. You know. We'll be fighting over who wants to pay. No, I'm gonna pay. No, I'm gonna pay. No, I'm gonna pay. No. And like I'll be like putting my credit card, you'll be putting your credit card, like yo, and like it's be like stop it, like stop it.
Credit cards.
Yeah, BlockFi. So yeah, I mean we like Akash. She knows about Akash. I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on Akash. I'll be honest, it keeps coming on my radar. It's been coming at me for the last 40 days. This is what's great about this channel is I'll sit here and I'll be a beacon of light, just kind of every day doing my thing. And the light reflects. Light always reflects, right? And so what happens? The frequencies come back and I hear echoes. And one day, Akash. And I'll be in my bed at night, no lie, like in my bed late at night, and my subconscious will be like,
Bobby asked him, Super John, he asked about that coin, and and I'll be like, oh yeah, and I'll wake up the next morning and I'll be like, oh yeah.
If enough people kind of reflect, you know who's really big into Akash is GDLT. He comes on every once in a while to say hi.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, you know all the people too, man. You have like a photographic memory, bro. It's crazy, bro.
He's into a lot of like he's really deep into Solana, and he has he's down with the XRP crowd, and he's just very into certain projects, and he's very into like nodes that run the network nodes. Like he likes Netbox. He likes what's that?
That's his niche. Like that's how he Karma pays karma. Lifer Akash has a big Telegram.
He just went to cinematographer school apparently.
He said you guys are invited on the Nano OG party on Ibiza when we get in Nano to $1,000.
Yeah, baby. I've never been to Ibiza, but that's
I think Nano could hit 1,000. I really do think it could hit 1,000 in like less than 3 years. By the next halving, for sure.
That's an issue with Nano. It's like the governance. It's like one of those low supply coins. Speaking of low supply coins, drop a little secret before we go to sleep.
Yeah. Secret network.
Write
that down.
Just some obvious, what
do you think about the secret network?
I know nothing about it, but
it's never happened. You've never said that before. It's impossible.
No, I've heard about it. It's kind of like a privacy thing of some kind. Secret, right?
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about it. I really don't. So, but people are talking about it lately.
I'll send the info for the divided reward program. Interesting. Bitcoin has dead cross. Someone write. Bitcoin.
Is that like a permission,
Bitcoin have dead cross. Price dump.
What's happening with the? I'm not even looking right now. But
who am I? I like to do my Ivan on tech, guys. Every day I come to you at 8 a.m. like an atomic clock, and I talk about Bitcoin.
You're good. You're good with the impressions sometimes.
Man.
I haven't seen him in a long time. He's kind of hard to listen to sometimes.
He's hard to listen to, but I like his spirit and I like his energy. He's hard to listen to. He just is
I like to believe everyone's really, really there for,
Look at this. We gave this trade. We gave this trade. We showed you there was an inverted head and shoulder. We said it would break to the upside. WRX. And look, we said to get in around $1.35, and it is at $2.10 right now.
What is?
WRX. WazirX.
Oh, yeah, WRX.
With that news that they're not banning it, see? And it pumped on the non-news. See, bad news that gets negated pumps as well as good news. YFI down. Interesting. VRA is up 19% right now. Rarible up 19%. We're seeing a little bit of pump. NKN. We want to watch NKN right now. SHR making a little bit of move. Yeah, RLC coming up. Just gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys what green I got going on here. We got 19% on VRA. We got 14% for WRX. We got DOT down. Funny, DOT going down while everything's up. That's interesting. DOT down up 9%. ETH down up 8%. So the big caps not faring as well as the small caps, which is interesting. Justin Sun's coin up 8%. Kin, that little baby I have a few million of for the last few years, 3%. Cream, I think Cream's gonna make a comeback. People haven't talked about Cream. Took a beating in the middle with a bit of a hack. And Acropolis up 3%. Frontier is a bit of a BitBoy coin. Bake doing its thing, holding as well. Bitcoin Diamond up 3%. And Atomic. And before we go, let's just take a look at Bitcoin because I'll look at it before I go to sleep. So why not just take care of it now so I don't have to look at it. When I shut off my computer, we can go to sleep. And so look, Bitcoin to me, pretty obvious what's going on here. 1 hour is oversold, right? So it either goes sideways or it fights its way up out of the pattern a little bit more. So 1 hour could suggest this, that the pattern isn't at the top yet, that we are going to reach the top of the pattern like so. So this is what I'm suggesting. We leg up one more because we need room for the stochastics to leg up. So we room up and that brings the price up, but it curves down. And then everything is kind of coincides with the fact that this 4 hour gets extremely overbought and has to reset. And that's going to send Bitcoin all the way back down to about 35K. So
don't believe in this pump. And I'm not saying it doesn't come down here, go up and down, and then pump to the upside and break out of this. But I just don't want you guys to think that this pump coming in the next day or two is going to be the real pump. It doesn't suggest it. It doesn't suggest it, but we'll see. All right, jASole, man, we're going to call it a day, man. Thank you for everything, man. Morning. Yeah, whatever it is, we're going to call it. Thank you for all the super chats. Much respect to everyone that came out. Much respect to all the new subscribers. I know we got a bunch of new people today. I really appreciate that. We got like 500, 700 subscribers today. One of the biggest days in the channel's history. So that's why I went hard with the live streaming today. Came on for the second one. I figured, let's show these new people what this channel's all about. And that's why you came on too. I put my best foot forward, man. I want people to know we have people here that know what's going down and know what's up.
Use me, Sam. Use me, man. We're here for you. We're here for all the lifers. If you're serious, we're serious. People here
that know what's going down and know what's up.
Use pretty simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And
if you're serious, we're serious. See what he just said? Like, if you want to take this to the next level, if you don't want to just like peruse random coins and like go to your day job and act like this isn't real, if you want to make this your real life, if you're new, CryptoLifer, man, it's a real deal. Like, do you want to become a lifer? Like, the people I'm attracting are going all in. So like, we're like 100%ers. You ever heard of 1%ers? We're not 100%ers,
We're like 100%ers. I like that. 101ers.
101%ers.
Yeah, man.
And don't be afraid by people you don't know and energies you can't understand at first.
You'll get to know them after a while. Don't worry.
Yeah, as long as the vibe is right and things are moving in the direction and we all have the same goal, that's all you need to worry about, honestly. And you don't want to live in fear, man. Any type of fear is going to hold you back. You can't live in fear. Fear creates basically doubt in your own reality, and then you can't move forward. So you need to disperse fear and realize that. And honestly, how I disperse fear, and some people may laugh at me for this, but I fully trust in God. Like, I believe that there's some plan for me that I've maybe half chosen before I came here into this weird space in this life. And whatever it is, I'm going with it. Like, I'm going with it.
Lifer, baby.
I'm not fighting it. So whatever plan Allah has, whether he wants my account to go down by, I lost 400 grand. He wants my account to go down by then that's what he wants my soul to go through.
If he wants your bunnies to grow up and hop away in the spring,
my account to go down by, I lost. If he wants your bunnies to get slashed, and then shout out for live streaming for the night shift. Shout out to Mr. Smurfington. Thank you very much, man. Respect to you, man. Respect to you.
Night, Mike. Mike
All
J.
right, guys.
Mike J, man. He's still here too.
Any last requests you want to say before I run it out?
Yeah, just one last thing is, don't forget to stake your ZILs.
Interesting.
Because you only have until the end of the year to benefit from that.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So you might as well do it now. Interesting.
Well, you can't do it later, so
get it done.
The jZIL,
I got my ZIL and I'm not staking it, so I got to get that jZIL.
Where do you stake it?
Where do you stake it?
Well, you can stake it on some exchanges and get it, but then they'll take some. The best is to I'm going to do the deep dive if you really want to know, because they have a wallet of their own, and you want to keep it native if possible, at least till the end of the year.
Okay.
Because those jZILs, there's going to be like, none of them. Like I think the number's in the thousands. It's crazy.
All right, man. I'm gonna end the stream, man. You're awesome, man.
If I have my math right, but no, that's just like a little obvious.
He won't let it. It's gonna go on forever.
Yeah, it's all good. I guess I'll let us go, because I'm definitely that guy, still at the party. Like when everyone else is gone, I'm sitting there like, hey, where'd everyone go?
It never ends. It never ends.
Who is still? Mike J's still here, right? Yeah, man, he's there. Love you too, Mike. All right, guys. Thanks, Sam. Thanks for having me on. And till next time.
Hey, man. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out. We're going to say Crypto is Life together, so you can't go until the end. I'll let them go, and then we'll hang up. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. At the end of every live stream, I say 1, 2, 3, Crypto is Life. If you're new, get ready. Clear your vocal cords. If it's late, then whisper. I understand. It's 3 a.m. here. I can't scream. But we're going to say 1, 2, 3, Crypto is Life. And, Yeah, I think this is the most we ever streamed today. Like a 6-7 hours of complete streaming today. It was absolutely insane.
Nuts, man.
And moment of silence for all the soldiers on Memorial Day.
And shout out to Robert Cox, who's suffering with his grandma right now.
Let's give him a moment of silence. Let's give them both. Amen. Amen on that. Amen on that moment. And I love you guys. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is
life.
Life.
All right, lifeless.